I had so many hats that were all one color, underbill, same color as the top, and I did not know.
This guy's a goon.
I had no
You're rocking. You've been rocking the black Air Forces of hats.
I might as well have one pillow at home. Like, what am I doing?
Well, also, I don't like what they call it either, like the black nasties. You ever heard that?
No.
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Another week. Another classic. We back. We back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. It's 25 degrees outside.
Global warming.
I ain't got no and no got me. Oh, we can't say that first 5 minutes. God damn it. You guys might hear that AO button in the background. I don't know. But we gonna be using
little,
it. I forgot my
speaker thing.
little Bluetooth speaker on the back.
Catch it.
Yeah, man. I'm Marlon.
I'm Norm.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Duke.
Welcome back to another episode of the Extra Gravy, the most beautiful podcast in the world. We got to shout out our Patreon people real quick. We got some new members of the gang. Shout out to Michael, Desiree, Adayemi. Big up to y'all, man. On the paid tiers, doing what you're supposed to do. We got about 30. We got about 30 to 40 of y'all that are subscribed to the Patreon for free. You ain't getting that content. I'm gonna let you know right now. I ain't freed it up. I think I've given y'all probably like, I don't know, maybe one or two in the free, maybe. I don't even know. But for the most part, I'm sorry. You got to get into the paid tiers. $2 does not get you that, but it does get you a shout out in the pod. $5 tiers there if you want bonus episodes. $10 tiers there for when we do live shows. You want discounts, merch, discounts, all that stuff in the future. That's when you're getting that.
What's crazy is all you have to do is not buy one venti latte
from Starbucks, who supports genocide.
You know
what is wrong with y'all niggas?
Starting with this
I had
early.
Starbucks today.
Ooh.
Yes, no.
My girl's boycotting the pod. Damn.
My bad,
Damn. She's still using her Starbucks cup, so she can't talk.
My bad is crazy.
She got the Stanley.
Hey man,
the
I
Stanley
have a gift
Starbucks.
card.
My girl's still using the Starbucks. You know the bejeweled joints?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh god.
Girls are eating those up. They giving them in every color. They got holiday versions that you can't just get. They're exclusive.
But
Same
using
with
that, that's your ops.
There was no men buying Stanley cups. I had never seen a man holding a Stanley cup.
I got one at home.
Really?
Yeah, she put me on.
Hey,
It wasn't a Stanley, but it was Contigo. Yeah,
Ah.
she put me on. I got one of them. I love it.
it's the best.
I
honestly.
love it.
This.
It's
Right,
honestly
and
such
it's
a good
blue.
way to just get your water in, man. It's perfect. And it stays cold. Stays cold.
Yeah.
My drink will stay cold for 3 days if I left it there.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is they've been having bottles like this for years.
And it's just now
And
getting
now I
popular.
was like,
trendy
oh,
for
so
some
Stanley
reason.
came out, and we're like, oh, we
the
need to
power
get
of
some
social
these.
media, the power of trends.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
The power of sheep.
It was the power of that fire.
Trends. I thought you said the power of trends.
It was the fire.
That too.
It stayed alive during that,
That
fire
one
in the
video.
car.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
what
that's true.
That's where
I remember that.
the
That's when it popped off.
Stanleys took off.
Yeah.
But-
and that started the whole trend of the cups period, I think.
My mom just bought Nola one. One with a handle. She went to the States and there was like a Hello Kitty one, and she's so geek because all she wants to do is drink from my water. Mom needs water. Mom needs water. Mom needs water. So now she has one, and it has just like that, but like mini straw.
That's cute.
So geek.
They're getting out of hand with them now, though. They're
Why?
getting out of hand.
Sizes?
You could buy these cup jackets and put them
Oh.
on there.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
then
that's too
have
much.
a phone holder.
Bro, I've seen
Like a
all that.
sleeve.
a
AirPod.
sleeve for your
I've seen the
keys,
AirPod
a
thing.
sleeve for
Yeah.
your debit card,
Oh,
one
man,
for your iPod, and like
It actually makes sense for the gym girlies or the girls that want to
Yeah.
run errands that don't necessarily want to bring a purse. 'Cause
especially my
sometimes
no.
guess.
You don't
yeah.
want to bring a purse, but you're gonna
Facts.
bring your water because you're
Facts.
thirsty
Facts.
or whatever. You have a drink,
Even as
and
a
so you
guy.
have it there, and it's just there. Like
Even as a
It
guy,
needs
now
to
that
have
you
like a
say
little
that.
hole to clip your blunt on it while you're sitting.
Ooh,
I
nice.
should have
You
gone do
know?
that. Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Now that you say that, because my gym, for example, doesn't have like the lockers aren't big, so like you put your clothes and stuff in there, like
yeah,
you're basically done.
I never use a locker. Don't use a locker.
Sometimes I don't even use the locker and I don't want to, but I have my keys in my wallet. So if I had a jacket on the bottle, plus there's no water fountain, so you have to bring your own water.
Yeah,
Fit for less.
Pretty ghetto.
Ghetto.
No, PF is the same.
They got no
Mine has a
water.
water fountain.
PF? No, I
Yeah.
don't drink water fountain.
I don't drink it, but there's water fountains.
Yeah, I
in
don't
it.
even pay attention to that.
Personal fitness?
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness. Yeah. Personal fitness. That's what you do at home. That's a home gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It would make sense.
It would make sense. No, I
So
get it.
whoever
for an
did it
extent.
is smart. And then you add
Soccer
on
moms too.
the accessories, and that rings up
busybodies.
the
It's for
the
busybodies
bills.
for real. I think.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
But
That's our
I seen,
breakdown of cups.
I just want to say,
Cups.
I seen somebody say like, "Oh, I haven't seen a lot of people posting about their Stanleys anymore, right?" And then this girl responded. She was like, "Girl, I still got mine," and she had shelves. She literally put up invisible shelves for all of her Stanleys.
Oh my
And she was
God.
like, "I've stopped now because I just don't want a whole wall."
Floating shelves
Like
of the
multiple
Stanleys is
walls of
crazy.
it. It gave, you know how back in the day, I don't know if y'all still do it, but holding the fitteds, putting them on the
Yes,
wall.
yes.
That's exactly what
I
it
used
was.
to do that.
I can't do
Oh,
that
you still
anymore.
do it?
No, I used to. I have a shelf now.
Oh, okay.
For the hats.
They come out with so many hat holders now. Like it would be so ghetto to just pin your shit on the wall.
Yeah,
like
nah,
there's
not
so
anymore.
many different cool ones that you can get for like
Yeah.
$20. It's like there's no point. And it'll keep your hat in better condition. Because when you hang it on that hook, you get that
Yeah.
pointy back.
The
that
shape,
point
yeah.
start flopping in the back.
Gets dusty.
Nah.
yeah, it gets
Yeah, it's-
dusty. It's the worst. That's the worst.
You guys don't have no hat containers?
I had
My
one.
bad.
I don't. I
No.
don't.
I had one.
What
It
is
was
that?
a new era hat container, and it was kind of like a CD jacket, but in the shape of a hat. And you put it in there, you can zip it up.
Ah.
Yeah.
I got one of those hard cases that people put like their cameras and shit.
Oh, sick.
What do they call those? There's those the really thick joints.
Pelican
Pelican
cases.
cases. I got a
Yeah, yeah,
Pelican
yeah,
case.
yeah.
And it's just all for my fitteds. And
Yeah, I've been just throwing mine everywhere, and I've been picking them up, and I see like a little scrunch here, and I'm like, damn.
yeah.
Just be throwing shit over top of it.
See,
Yo.
when I see people put their fitted like on a couch, just throw it on a couch or throw it on a bed, I'm just like,
That hurts my chest, bro.
Why?
because the amount of times
Because-
I've seen people just go and take a seat and
Yeah,
sit
or,
on my
or throw
my
a
hat.
pillow on there.
Oh,
The shape
yeah.
is gonna change.
You know,
I've had that happen.
Seeing your hat
Jesus
get
me, bro.
sat on is like,
Oh.
And then you
seeing
get
your
one of them.
child
You
get
get
sat
one of them folds right on the front.
Ooh,
That one
exact fold
gets
shit
me, bro.
hurts.
Don't hit me with the fold.
And it's
Yeah.
a new hat too.
No, the worst is when you're lighting a spliff and then you get like the gray bottom gets even grayer.
They don't know about that.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
so
no,
when
no,
you
no.
light up and that initial spark of whatever butane smoke hits the top of your bottom of your brim, and then you got this dirty brim. So I have a bunch of hats where, because I couldn't clean them, like, what if I just made it seem like it was part of the pattern, and I would just take the lighter and do this.
Artsy
But
guy.
it still messed it up even worse. So don't do
I
that.
was
You can clean them in
so
dishwasher,
fashioned
okay?
backwards for so long. I didn't realize a gray bottom hat was so much more
Yeah,
It is the
significant
realest,
than
bro.
just. I had so many hats that were all one color, underbill same color as the top, and I did not know.
This guy's a goon.
I had no
You're rocking. You've been
was
rocking the
fucking-
black
right?
Air Forces of hats.
I might as well
Yeah.
have one pillow at home. Like, what am I doing?
Also, I don't like what they call it either, like the black nasties. You never heard that?
No.
Yeah, I know they call them like that.
No, write that down. Write down that minute, man. Write it down. The black.
I heard that was like, what? A black nasty? What the
That
fuck is
sounds
that?
so racist.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
fucked.
Nah, but when I realized the gray and the green underbrim was
Different.
like different,
And then they brought the colors in, the pinks, the.
I was so mad at myself. I've been doing that to myself all the time. I'll get something that people have been on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is why. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, yeah.
And but nobody told me. That's the other thing. Nobody ever tells you. No one's like, yo, what you doing with that hat?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
just like,
All right, that's how you're feeling? Okay, cool.
That's you.
I don't.
Yeah.
And then
Do
there,
people really judge you based off of
Yeah.
it though?
gray bottoms.
I do now.
I do.
Once you know, then that's when you judge.
Yeah.
Because when you look at, you're like, nigga,
You make a quick assessment of the person.
the sauce could be so much drippier if it was just gray or green.
It's like lacing up
So-
your Timbs all the way. It's
Facts.
like, okay, I know what kind of person. I am.
Facts. Facts.
And that's going into sport mode, dude.
What do you know that I don't know? You know?
That's when you know you gotta book it
Start
real
looking
quick.
around.
You know?
Exactly. Checking the exits.
Yeah, the Timbs mad slim. It's like,
Sorry.
dog, what the fuck? Looking like Doc Martens?
Stone?
They say The black bottom of the new eras are meant for it's on field. It's on field.
Yeah, for
When
the
you sweat?
for the
Yeah, no,
the
sun,
sun.
doesn't
doesn't
reflect off
reflect,
the
yeah.
gray.
I
know that.
Or the
Because
gray.
it definitely does reflect differently.
Yeah.
You can tell, and it reflects on your face differently in pictures.
Sure,
Which
for sure.
I was like,
Oh,
what
facts,
the
yeah.
fuck? It's crazy. It's wild.
Did you guys know that Spike Lee is the reason why the New York Yankees got variety of or all colors now? Hats come in different colors.
Yeah, he
'Cause
he
before-
requested a red for the red
Yeah.
one, right?
So before it was just like strictly the team color. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
you got.
New York wouldn't budge.
And
They would not budge.
he called up the owner of the Yankees and was like, I have this red jacket that I want to wear, and I really need a New York red
Wow.
fitted. And he like begged him, and then he was like,
Yeah.
all right. He eventually just got a package. He was like, he did it. And then he wore it.
so fire.
What
for-
year is this?
The red one be the first one
It was
too?
in the 90s.
Hard.
90s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wore it for like a special game. I guess it was like a playoff game, and he was like front row, and everybody was like, "Yo, that was crazy!" And then they realized that that was something, so they started making variations of the colors.
Fire. Was it white brim too?
I don't know.
That's one thing you gotta
red
love
with the
about New
white, ooh.
Yorkers. Like they're so true to their style
Yeah.
that you can't fuck around with it. The Yuttas gotta look a certain way.
Yeah, man.
The Yankee fitted gotta be the navy blue.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll be pissed. You come with a variation in Yankee hat, a lot of New Yorkers will be pissed.
Gray bottom, baby.
That's what I have at home.
I had that
That's
one
what I
too.
have at home.
Clean.
That's
The World
it's
Series.
one of my favorite
Yeah,
hats.
it's different, man.
Super clean.
That Papa Red.
Yeah, no. That's hilarious.
I love the New York Yankees, but they don't ever have the New York Mets blue with the gray bottom. Like you can't find it anywhere.
I don't have a Mets hat, so I don't even know what the logo
Oh,
is. Is that
Mets
just
with
an
the
M?
blue, gray
It's the, it's,
bottom.
the, it's the blue and orange joint.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's the New York Knicks colors.
Speaking of which, we're very close to a Subway Series for the World Series. Very close, but it's New York versus LA.
That's because the East Coast,
Shohei
West
Ohtani,
Coast.
man. If this nigga wins the World Series, he's the greatest of all time.
Man.
I don't care.
I mean, he's
Babe
already
Ruth,
pretty
damn
there,
shit. Damn shit. Who else? Hank Aaron, damn shit. All of them.
Apparently, Babe Ruth was on steroids. I did not know that.
Nah, he was just black.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
I
He got a
thought-
negroid nose.
I thought that was
Negroid.
Sicilian.
No, that's what they.
which is
That's
pretty
what he
much-
told
That's
them.
code for black,
That's
too.
what
Yeah,
he
which
told
is
them.
another, which is Italian black.
Sicily.
I'm Sicilian, hey.
Come on.
But
Come on,
that's
niggas.
what would happen a lot. Even the guy on Love Is Blind, his family told him for the longest time that he was Italian. He really thought he was Italian,
Oh
and then he goes and he
my-
did his DNA
Nah,
test.
I gotta find a picture.
And he did a DNA test, and it came back that he was like 30-something%
Sub-Saharan
black.
African.
African. Yeah.
Dog. I gotta find this guy. Oh my God, what's his name? What's his
And
name?
Monica's husband. I don't remember his name.
His
now.
wife's name is Monica?
Monica,
Yeah.
Got it.
husband.
L-I-B.
Oh my God, you guys gotta see. Yes, yes. Look at this nigga.
Steven.
Tell
Steven
me-
Still, I think.
It looks
Tell
like
me-
James.
Dog, he looks like
He looks
Not
like
James.
James.
Dog, the man looks like, where's the Apple TV? Oh, there it is. It's coming. The man looks like Blake Griffin, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's
Look
a
at
spicy
this.
white. Yeah.
Spicy
The
white.
spiciest of white. How
Yeah.
could you possibly, in any world, think that
Bro.
you were Italian?
He looks like Pete Davidson's mom.
Wow.
No, bro, he does. No, I've been saying that. Yeah.
Hold on.
I see it.
I've never seen a
Spicy
ginger
white.
Italian.
Exactly, it doesn't exist.
He's Sicilian.
they make fun of gingers more than anyone. I think
And you
they
know
started
what?
ginger hate.
I went on his Instagram and I went down further, like from when he was younger, and I was like, "You do have a little something, something that like
Yeah.
Dog.
He had a lineup as a
that
kid.
made it look like
His
you
build
know."
is Nigerian. the man looks like Jason Kidd Black.
Yeah.
Like
It's
a
spicy.
high
Like you know,
yellow.
if he,
A bit
if,
of
you know,
paprika?
you know, if
Yeah.
he shaved his head, if he shaved
know
his head
that?
bald, he would
You
look
see
black.
it.
If he shaved his head bald, for sure.
Yeah.
you'd think he'd be light skinned.
Where with the deep voice, like, oh, he mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I see it.
That's hilarious. He's another demon. The man made the girl fall in love with him. Then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I don't know. Marriage is so
What do you mean made her fall
Dog.
in love, though?
because they
it's
went through
love
an
is
entire pods for 10 days or whatever. He told her he loved her.
Okay.
Got on one knee, proposed.
Wow.
Did all that you have to get out of the pods.
Yeah.
And then when they get to the house where they're supposed to stay with each other for like a month or some shit, all of a sudden yeah, marriage is so.
Ooh.
She's like, where was this? But this happens a lot on Love Is Blind.
I mean, it's
Duh.
a show, dog.
It's almost designed for that to happen, bro.
It's you know what it is though. It's the. I think Love Is Blind should be called The Power of the Phone. They don't have their phones
okay.
when they
So it's
fall
like
in love.
it's
And then
different.
once they have it,
Once
it's
they have
different.
the phones, everything changes.
I just
It's
don't
almost
see it.
like- As if a lot of people were only in love back in the day because they had no access to other people.
people like making that argument.
What? That's exactly why, man.
People like making
it was
that argument.
survival. It was like you had what you had, and like
That's
you,
it.
You couldn't travel to another country and find a chick from another.
people still had second families,
I
though.
still remember that though. Like even from
know?
my
She's
life,
That's real shit. That's real shit.
even from my life, I remember a time when you only knew the things on your block.
Yeah, things from different schools is different.
Yeah.
When they got teed out wire, brother,
Oh yeah, this guy was man.
It's
you created a
cheat-out wire.
monster. Nobody wants to see monster.
I'm international. Yeah.
Dog, I could not. But I used TTC first time. 14 years old. I'm like, oh yeah, my horizons have broadened.
You use a TTC for women?
Yes. the fuck else am I using it for?
He had to
How's that a
travel.
freak?
He had to travel. He had to
He
get
was-
around.
High
That's how
school,
you
you
get
can't
to-
drive in.
yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to get to.
I was 14.
I thought it was just like I want to be there and see more women.
What?
That's why I'm like, what is the
I just
plan
go
here?
online.
Okay, I didn't know. What the,
No, I'm saying I'm meeting more women online from around the city
Got
So that's
you.
how he
that
was
I would
getting
never
around.
meet
Got you,
unless
got you,
I
got
went to a scooters night for church, youth night, or where are the only places? The mall,
Getting
Mall,
to church. and shit.
church, a party,
party.
but that would have to be
Some
like
gathering of sorts.
Yeah, it would have to still be. It would still be majority of your friends, and
Yeah.
maybe like a
Wonderland.
1-2 that come through, and then Wonderland.
It'd have to be like a new kid that has a party.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
And then it's
we're
like,
gonna meet people from
okay,
other
yeah,
schools.
yeah.
That's
But
why
other than
whenever I would
that-
hear people saying like when you hear that song "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" to keep me from getting to you, I'm like, what kind of lie are you telling these people? Like, there's
is
so
him
much
bald.
things I wouldn't do to get to you.
She wasn't found his
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, when he's bald, he looks black.
He looks like the white guy, the black guy that was playing the white guy in Atlanta.
you know, actually Google to see if he's actually black.
He
That
is.
guy, he plays
is.
too well.
He is
Like-
black.
No, he is?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
So what? Explain what happened there. I'm sorry, we're fucking up the episode, but I need to know. Is it okay? I was like, what? That episode's really good though. Go watch it if you haven't.
But Love Is Blind, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Bare drama on this show,
I
bro.
wanted to show the actual
There's this
little,
guy named Tyler.
African American over here.
There's this guy named Tyler on the show.
Okay.
Seemingly has the best relationship. Okay,
Okay.
You would think.
It'd
You
be
would
like that.
think.
It'd be like that.
he is with the best looking girl there.
Wow.
I'll show you the girl. Tyler and Ashley. Love Is Blind. Strong black couple. They
black
pray
couple.
together, brother. They like, I mean, he held hands,
prays.
cried, and prayed with her.
Type shit.
This is them after the prayer. Literally still holding hands.
Thought she was making
after
out
the
with Method
prayer.
Man, yo.
That's a good prayer.
That's a good prayer.
Yeah, that's a good prayer.
Holding hands,
Yeah.
kissing afterward. That's a
The
good prayer.
spirit moved me.
Oh,
to
the
kiss
blood
you.
of Christ, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus.
The blood of Jesus is rushing elsewhere.
The blood of Jesus is rushing to my penis. But this guy, essentially, there. And this is the thing. I think with Love Is Blind, they've been exposed for a lot of things
Okay.
in the past couple seasons. They're being sued
Yeah,
right
that
now.
last season.
Yeah, especially the last season. They're being sued
Crazy.
right now
For what?
for emotional distress and I think kidnapping
Wait,
was one
wait.
of the. I cannot remember because essentially what happens when you go into the pods, you have no phone, right?
Okay.
Even when you're in the hotels after you get out the pods and you're on the trip.
No
They
internet,
tell you-
no newspapers,
No newspaper,
nothing.
no TV, none of that.
They don't want
tell
the
you
pub-
when you eat. They tell you when you go to sleep. They like.
Yeah, it sounds
sometimes
crazy.
you're sitting up in the room for hours waiting for someone to give you some direction.
Oh no.
So imagine doing that, no phone,
yeah, that's
no nothing.
That's
It's
weird.
like prison. And then you go and then you throw these people
called
into a pod
boredom.
with the only person that's interested in talking with them.
Yeah.
And expect them to not fall in love. No, this is exactly they're designing them. It's like watching a rat go through the maze and they're closing certain doors. It's
Yeah.
like this rat has only one way to go.
I still don't feel like it would work for me though.
Well, it
would,
doesn't
or-
work for a
Would
lot
not,
of
it wouldn't.
people. There's
Yeah.
only
In the end, they don't always
5
get married.
couples, I believe, that come out of it. And
Okay.
when there's like 30 to 40 people that are there that
wow.
they show anyways.
There's only 6 couples that are allowed to go on vacation. That's all they have budget for.
Allowed.
Because that's why they said, what's that name? The guy that was the art dealer. And
Leo.
Brittany. Leo and Brittany weren't on vacation because they didn't have the budget for it. Too many people said yes.
That's what they
Like,
claimed, but she went to Miami with him, and
Did
then
she?
she broke up with him in Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so because
But
she
no,
saw
but,
when
like,
she
they
saw
went-
him, she was like,
Diabolical.
she's like, would you think we'd be together like in real life?
Ooh, it's over.
And once I
dog.
heard that, I was like, oh, she's done.
You
No,
gotta
but
be
she
like,
didn't go on the
type shit.
actual trip, though.
No,
that
no, no.
usually comes right after.
No, no, no.
so-
They went to straight to Miami. They didn't even bother. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. This guy, different, bro. I'm talking. I'm like, maybe 7 episodes in. I'm like, this is clearly the strongest couple here. These might be the only 2 to get married.
Okay.
And I'm like, these 2 might have been designed for each other the way they're going, and like the communication is there. Niggas
Yeah.
praying together, like
He got her.
words of affirmation. She's telling the girls, I got nothing to complain about. Shit is great over
You
here.
gotta complain.
It's almost too good.
Yeah.
And it was. So then now, why I bring up the whole lawsuit stuff, I believe Love is Blind is giving them a little bit more leeway given the lawsuit allegations. And I believe also because of what happens on the show, a lot of people get bullied after the show because of their actions, right?
Okay.
And so there's 2 or 3 major conversations that happened with couples this year that they just didn't show, which is like not like that cameraman be there 4 a.m. if there's some shit going on.
Yeah. So it
usually.
was intentionally left out.
So it was, I don't know if intentionally left out, maybe
Okay.
for their own, well-being, but it was left out nonetheless.
Okay.
And one of this conversation was him having a child.
Oh shit.
No, multiple.
No. She don't know about multiple yet.
Oh.
A child.
Okay.
A child. And so here's how his story goes. He had a child for a lesbian couple.
No, okay. Well, he told her that he was a sperm donor.
Yeah.
That's what he told her on the show.
Okay.
But he told
Which-
her it was
which-
his friends as well. He
Yeah.
told her that it was some friends of his that wanted to have a baby. They couldn't have a baby. They're lesbians. So,
So he gave his sperm.
Gave his sperm. He felt like God was telling him to do this. Yeah. Even brought God into a big dog. Craziness.
I mean,
That's not a
You can't go there,
far-fetched
but I
thing,
mean, like,
though.
and
That
even
for that
Te-
couple,
te-
he said to do.
Technically, sperm donor is the new non-binary term for father. So
You're ridiculous.
I'm serious. Look it up.
I don't think he's lying. That's why I'm like,
Yeah,
thinking
no,
about
It is.
I'm like,
So
yeah.
it's birthing parent and
birthing
sperm
parent.
donor.
Yeah.
And then it's bonus hole and inseminator.
Yeah, bonus one I think was scrapped. I think it wasn't.
That one they left on the floor. That was on the cutting room floor.
They left that one in the hole. Yeah.
We gotta.
That's too.
Bonus hole. Oh man, I'll
All right,
never
so
touch
he
the
tells
bonus
her
hole.
about the one kid.
So he tells her about this kid. Obviously, did not mention it, bro. When I tell you they've been talking about kids in various scenes,
Wait, he said
giving
that.
kids names,
He said, didn't I tell you?
how many they'll have,
Yeah.
all types of shit. 8 episodes in, yeah, I got one. Got one of them.
Hilarious.
Got one of them little kids. And like the way he framed it was like he's not in this kid's life at all. She's like, do the kids know what you look like? And this is after she like kind of calmed down.
Yeah.
She's come back to talk to him.
What did she cry? What happened?
She cried when it initially because like he blindsided her with this. She thought everything was perfect,
is
and
love.
now all of a sudden, yeah. And then so she comes back and she's like, "Does the kid know what you look like?" He's like, "I don't think so."
And he was like, how he spent Christmas alone and how he
Meanwhile.
just had this whole whatever.
Meanwhile,
The baby moms, the lesbian lady who he allegedly had the kids for, decided to pull up all the receipts, all the
All of them.
photos, timestamps
yep.
of him being around these kids and spending time. Was like, you weren't alone at Christmas time. This show, this season was
Where's
filmed
the other-
in 2022. So they were like, in 2021 Christmas, you were, or
Look at this picture.
2023 and 2022 Christmas, you were around.
I mean, I believe she's
She was with this picture,
But
but she's
what was he
not.
thinking though?
she-
Like,
Time out.
So
She does.
the internet revealed
Yeah.
that he actually turned her, and they started fucking, and they had twins intentionally.
Yo.
Twins.
Dogs.
Wait.
Two other children.
he turned the lesbian out.
He
Brought
turned her
back?
out.
Yeah.
He's such a
Yeah,
master
that's what I'm
manipulator.
saying. That's
He's such a
different.
master manipulator. He manipulated a lesbian.
Hit it with the reverse Uno.
Exactly. A few times.
This is his bonus hole.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't see this one
Holy.
coming at all, and neither did she.
Hey,
With their first,
double down.
It's broken.
even
I
broken
broke
Oh,
it.
damn.
It's over.
It was nice when it lasted still.
Hey, battery just. Yeah.
with the first child, she was married at the time. So it was really her and her wife who were trying to figure this out.
And it was turkey
And
baster.
they were using a turkey baster.
The game.
Yeah.
You ever seen the game?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Yo,
try
when
to make
Melody
that
found that
happen.
turkey baster, bro, I lost my mind.
And to add some things into it, so this is DC, right? I spent some time in DC. I know some DC girls. And so when I found one of the TikTok girls, I think it's that blonde one right there, she goes and she says, yeah, so Tyler was actually engaged prior, and
Yep, he didn't tell his fiance.
I found his mom's Facebook, and she still had pictures of them.
Facebook, bro.
And then I was like, hold on, I think I know that girl.
Because
I
Alicia
didn't
knows
know
every
that.
black person in America.
Every black person in America, Alicia knows.
She's a newscaster, really seems like a really sweet girl or whatever. She was engaged to him a
Breaking
long
news,
time
breaking
ago.
news, breaking news.
He broke loose.
This was before 2016 or whatever. And she posted this long thing about how she's seen the light in her relationship and she's not moving forward.
And it's a
with the
movie for real, y'all, if
engagement.
I really told y'all. Yo, he didn't tell her. He's done this before. This is a pattern of behavior. His fiance, he
spooky,
did
man.
not tell. And like, my thing is why? You're helping out a lesbian couple that are your friends and your
So
fiance's
he
friends.
didn't tell the first fiance.
He didn't tell
either
them nothing.
that he was having a baby with his
The
friend.
woman's playing with the
So
kids,
layered,
congratulating the people. Them. That's
guy's
psychotic
devious, bro.
behavior, bro.
And he's in the church?
Sinister,
Allegedly.
diabolical church nigga.
Hey, man.
Bro, this guy is Joel Osteen. For real.
The original, dog.
The OG, dog.
Yeah.
So then now the girl that he's living with, with the kids, like living with, makes a video saying she doesn't understand what's happened.
Oh,
She
no.
feels like she just lost her best friend. She's so confused. She clarifies everything and just lays it all out.
She was really upset because of the terminology that he used about sperm donor and not being like active in the children's lives. And he was like, that's not good for
And
you
she
to
shot
say.
him bail
Because
bondsman.
apparently after her and her wife separated, he ended up going to try to put his name on the birth certificate
Custody.
and everything like that.
She just changed the kids' last names. Applied to get their
Yeah,
last names changed
but
back.
What's even more tea is I found another person who says that she grew up with the lesbian girl, and she said that she is super drama, and there's like a lot more in the back end
Okay,
of
but
it.
lesbians drama, come on.
Yeah, no, but she's saying that
2 + 2 is 4.
she's saying that she's doing a lot of this because she's trying to like get something out of this, get some type
I
of
don't
clout.
believe that.
I believe it because apparently he went and he told a girl, he was like, yo, I'm going to go on Love is Blind and I'm going to be gone for a couple months and this is just going to change our lives. So Tyler went into this
I'm about to
knowing
change
that
the
there was
game,
going to be
baby.
some type of reward at the end.
Yeah.
And she was along with it.
No, but she was under.
So she acts-
They're not in a relationship, so she was under the impression that he was gonna find love, sure, and
No.
that this.
They were doing it just for clout.
Yeah,
He was doing it just for clout, and he told her, he was like, "This is gonna change my life. Like, there's gonna be new opportunities coming." Because he knew that if he goes on a TV show, then there's gonna be people who come and follow him, and then with the following becomes more money. That's why a lot of these people, they're saying that
Love
these
is
shows
Blind doesn't work that way though. Love is Blind doesn't work that way. Love Island works that way. I don't know if he thought it would work that way, but Love is Blind only works that way.
AD has blown up and does so many partnerships. She never did that before.
Yeah, but the AD was what's it called? Already an influencer.
No, she wasn't.
From what I seen,
When she started doing this, it completely took her to another level. She never used to do partnerships, and I remember her posting something. She was like, "Yo, I'm not even like really, like I don't even really know what's going on." She was like, "I was just like a normal girl, just living my life." Hers blew up. But even like with Cam,
I was under the impression she was a
called?
cheerleader
Lauren
and doing all that stuff and was dancing on TikTok before because people were showing videos
Yeah,
of
she
her.
was dancing.
Yeah, but I mean, she was being an
dancer,
influencer.
but she's never really been an influencer because when she started getting the brand partnership, she specifically like made mention. She was just like, "Yo, like I'm just like learning," because some people were making comments about it, and she was just like, "Yeah, like help me put me on because I don't really." Like know
what to do.
That's what I remember from her
Mostly
posting. I never followed her
from what I see on Love is Blind. It's mostly only the successful couples that get what's it called? Propel some notoriety afterwards. There's the what's her name? Manjeet? Was that her name? The girl that was dating this brown guy Raz or something like that. He was like a
made
dickhead.
Comments about being like.
So maybe that's what it is. Only the women that are scoring on the show get some sort of because there's no evidence I've seen of any guy other than Clay, and even Clay's still not really getting much. He just did Rory and Mal and Poor Minds, and then it was done.
Yep.
But they still get some type of following, you know? Like Trevor, he still got some type of following. He was the one that was like secretly married.
The big Hulk guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get some following, but I mean, for him
also
thinking his life was going to change is weird.
Opportunities to go on to other shows. Like once you're in the Netflix
you get a perfect match.
Then you're able to like, okay, I'm going to go on this one, on this one. So
they're going to definitely get him on Perfect Match now. Anytime they find someone that's a villain that people hate, they throw him onto that show.
Yeah.
Every single time.
While still having a wife?
While still having a wife. What do you mean?
Is he not married?
He doesn't have no. He's not married.
That fiance, the first one?
Yeah.
Divorced.
Okay.
When she found out, divorced.
True.
And then
broke up.
He was dating this one. They were living together. Then they just broke up and just stayed friends and co-parented.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then just wildness. Just wildness. Mess. Wildness.
And why would you go and do that on a national television show when you know the people can pull it up? Like this is 7th season in. When did he figure that?
This is my
like,
thing every time.
You've seen it like if you haven't seen it but you know enough to like apply for it, you're not gonna do research?
My thing is dating shows are a setup regardless.
Yeah.
I think
reality television is a setup.
Yeah, for the most part. I think dating specifically, you're always going to have an ex that didn't get the version of you that you're showing on TV.
Yeah.
Because that ex did not get the evolved version of you. They were the lesson that were taught to you. And now you're like, okay, I know what to do in my next relationship.
Yeah.
And if you go on there and be the perfect guy,
they don't like that shit.
They fucking hate it.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
I built this nigga brick by brick.
You love that
one.
There's a woman that's on here. I built it very badly.
There's a woman that's on here, speaking of that, who's the worst person.
Yeah.
One of the worst people I've ever seen on the show, period.
Jesus Christ.
She's just a vile human being. Okay. She's dating this guy, well, engaged to the guy, Nick. He proposed to her.
Okay.
She is a self-proclaimed, was a cheerleader, was the girl dating the top quarterback at school, then after high school gained some weight. So she still has that mean girl in her.
Okay.
Oh, she's the Megan Fox.
No.
Chelsea.
Well, she's of this season. Yeah,
she's a Chelsea.
But worse.
Did you watch last year how there was a girl that was like, oh yeah, people.
I look at Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Her problem was being insecure. This one is being mean.
But I think she's insecure as well.
Oh, absolutely.
She lost a lot of weight.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's a whole new person now.
That's what she said. She's like, guys, I'm a whole new person. I lost weight. That's what she made a video saying.
No, but
evil?
And people were like, girl, nobody cared about your weight. You cared about who we care about.
She's saying the weight had the evil? Like,
bro, she belittles this nigga
a lot
at every every opportunity. And then she sandwiches it with, I love you, but like, I love you, but you're a boy. I turned you into a man.
Yeah, she was like, I'm younger than you, but I'm way more mature than you.
Way more mature. I'm way more intelligent.
Why does he stay?
I'm way funnier.
I don't know.
I'm watching this the whole time and I'm like, I don't get it. What are you seeing in her?
Stand up.
The one night where they brought a girl that he liked in the pods, they brought her to visit all the people.
Okay.
And it's one of her best friends from the pods, someone she was close with. She comes, talks to the man for about 10 minutes and just is speaking life into him. Like, you're so charming, you're so smart, you're so blah. And I'm like, dude, pay attention. Pay attention.
He was ready to go.
That girl was belittling him in front of his parents, in front of other people.
What?
She brought her friends on the show because there's always a moment where you go out with the friends to meet, get acclimated with the friends. They grill you, blah, blah. But it's usually like pretty tame.
Yeah.
Like the friends aren't acting like your parents. You know what I mean? You could tell that these friends were prepped before this meeting. The way they all came in guns blazing.
Yeah.
Saying, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to, and she doesn't need to do anything.
All right. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. God.
They're talking about things that he needs to fix, and he's like, well, you know, these are a lot of changes, and, you know, I'm working on doing them. Like, I want to be better for you, blah, blah.
Bro.
And even in him saying, I want to be better for you, I'm going to work on these things, they still went, see, but you're still saying, like, it's a lot to do.
Yo,
These aren't major things to do. Just do them.
For the guy anymore.
And I'm just like, fight back.
Yeah, like,
what's happening right now?
You like this shit, bro?
This is
Freaky ass nigga.
I
What's
was
wrong
gonna
with you?
say, man,
Emasculating.
that is probably he probably likes getting stepped on, man.
He doesn't.
Most
He didn't like it. He would snap back once in a while.
Yeah.
But I think
And then he
he's
go in a room
having
and
some
beat
grace
off
and humility
freaky-ass
for the
nigga.
camera and for his family reputation
Well,
and all that
he-
stuff. He's
Why is
he's
he laughing so hard?
more mature than her and he's smarter than her.
He's a real estate agent. And I remember when they were in like Cabo for the first time, he whispered in her ears. He's like, hey, like, you know, in regards to the sex thing, he's like, I really don't want to talk about it because I have a brand at home that I have to like uphold. So I don't really want to do that for the cameras. So that's the type of person he
And
is.
then
He
they
was
went to the
conscious.
night and she talked about it.
Yeah.
They went to the to meet up with all the couples for the first time, and
Yeah.
so he's seeing people that he talked to for the first time. She's seeing guys she talked to for the first time, and everybody fucked.
Yeah.
Everybody, and she's
he
the only one
that didn't.
She's the only one saying that she didn't, and then just eventually said that she did, and then went from saying that she did to all the things he does bad in bed.
Oh.
And how she's gonna have to, like, you know, I'm gonna have to help him along and blah blah. And it's just like,
She also
Where's the
like
line,
when
brother?
she
Where's the
seen
line?
him originally, her first thoughts were that he was small and he wasn't just like he didn't look good. She thought that he would be like a lot bigger, like taller and beefier and
Okay.
stuff. He's like thin, he's slim.
Which dude is this?
it's called Love Is Blind.
No, but which dude?
Oh no, I'm talking about that. Nick. Nick, I believe his name is.
Love is Blind 7.
Jesus Christ.
I watched all of Love is Blind, Habibi. I love it.
I'm like 7
I
episodes
love
in.
it.
It's
For
so
Hebe,
it's so
so
much more
different.
respectful. And
That's
like-
why, like, they're staying so freaking true to who their culture is.
Yes. Okay.
Like with Love Is Blind, Habibi, when they meet each other for the first time, they're not kissing.
They don't kiss.
There's nothing.
Really?
You're like,
PDA is
Yeah.
frowned upon in Dubai.
Yeah.
you
I
go.
thought they were fucking in the cars in the parking lot.
What?
So who said that? Somebody either from Flagrant or something. Yeah, somebody
I don't
from
know
there was
what
like,
for
that
no.
Love Is
means.
Blind
No.
is
No,
No,
or
no,
in
he's saying
general?
Dubai. He's saying
Oh.
UAE.
There's probably people that weren't from Dubai that were
And
just there
you
on
could-
vacation.
yeah,
No, they're
you
saying
can-
it's natives from
I
there.
mean, people
They won't
might
get
do that,
killed.
sure, but it's like
If you get caught,
you
get in a lot of trouble.
fucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
You
a
get
joke.
go to
over there,
jail.
bro.
I was surprised by hearing that.
Not a joke. People
Yeah.
barely hold hands when I was there. I didn't really see much
Jeez.
like affection outside.
Yeah.
It was more so like in a restaurant, maybe you might see some shit or whatever, but like
Yeah.
nothing like on road.
Or on the beach
And
while
then-
they're pretending to look at your phone, but they're looking at your girl.
Looking at my girl, yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did that.
And then when they went on the trip, the vacation, each person had their own room, so they didn't share a room.
Lame. I mean, good.
And so, yeah, so they did that. And then when they get home, it was like we need to do traditional things. Like
Wow.
one person,
Cooking.
No.
about right.
It was like
I'm fucking with you.
it was it was traditional, as in like some, I don't remember. I think it was Iraqi maybe. The woman's parents have to meet the man first, and if the woman's parents give approval, then the woman can go and meet the man's parents.
Wow.
You had to have people like literally sign off at the end when you get married. You have to have like
we do
your
that too.
father.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have your father sign off. And so it was just very, very traditional in terms of how they meet the parents, and even this wedding ceremonies leading up to the wedding, like the things that they did, they kept it. It was
Very
beautiful.
traditional?
I
That's
thought it
fire.
was very beautiful because like
Super halal.
I don't get to like see it.
Super low.
I don't get to see it a lot, and I thought that it was refreshing compared to the other Love Is Blinds, where it's like
Debauchery,
you
just
meet up
fools.
with each other, and then all of a sudden, like in the hallway, they're just making out and touching each other,
awkwardly.
and then you go to the hotel,
They
and now they're
fucking.
like fucking, and they're talking about it, and they're
Americans.
all like into.
Telling you, going to
Fucking
Dubai, same thing.
Steven was sitting at the table talking about if a girl was to come and suck my dick, and Monica, his girl, was like,
What?
she had to get up, and she was just like, I'm annoyed because I have no clue where this shit even come from. He was trying to explain the story.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
That's
weird,
a funny start to a
yo.
story.
And there's so much more straight up on Love Is Blind Dubai.
Yeah.
They ask very direct questions. There's no beating around the bush. It's like, let's just get to what's important.
Okay.
None of this, tell me about your trauma, blah, blah. Oh, yeah.
What's the most money you've saved
Well,
in your
they
life?
did. No,
They
they
get there.
did. They did talk about like some horrible things that had happened. Like there's one person whose dad died, and they talked about that.
Yeah.
And, like
They get there. But I mean, at first, it's Love Is Blind. I feel like a lot of them, like, they ask those standard,
They
how
have
many brothers
boundaries.
you have, what's your favorite color, like all this stuff. But they don't ask the major questions that are like integral to a relationship
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to raising a family until they're married and in the house together.
Hilarious.
Now all of a
This is
sudden
so
they're having
backwards.
talks about
Ass
should we wear condoms? I don't want to I don't want to have birth control. Like one couple's going through that.
Damn.
The girl's like, I'm not going on birth control.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't want to wear condoms. And it's like, you guys didn't talk about this?
Dun, dun, dun.
What? Like, this is a very integral piece of conversation here.
Yeah.
You guys clearly, and they're both the horniest ones.
that.
That's hilarious.
Out of
really are.
all the couples, they're the horniest ones.
Well, not
So
that
it's
horny.
like, how did you guys not discuss this?
Yeah.
And in Love Is Blind Habibi, they get all the important stuff out the way immediately.
Even like, okay, what's your, like one girl has a really strict work schedule, and he was like, okay, well, I'm going to tell you I don't like this. And so they got to express what they don't like. There's this dentist who, in my opinion, shouldn't even have gotten the yes, because he's very, very like strict. He's
Yeah.
very
Strict,
Muslim.
traditional.
She's like, I
Very,
like to dance. He's like, I don't like that.
Yeah, he was like, you can't dance.
You can't dance.
Yeah.
No wife of mine will dance.
Just wants
Yeah.
submissive
But even
women.
with somebody else,
This guy's loving this.
he,
No, not even. Not a little.
Yeah. See the
What?
sparkle in
He-
your eye.
You're just at home,
Little
not
twinkle in
dancing?
your
What the
eye.
fuck? Nah.
no, because she does dance classes. Like she does actual, like, you know,
Belly-
the belly
belly
dancing
dancing?
and stuff
Okay,
like
okay,
that. Yeah, that's what she does.
And
had
she has
someone
to
do
go out
that.
with her girls. Can I go out with my girls? Like,
No, it
can I
wasn't
have
that one. It
girls'
was a
night?
different one.
Was it a different one?
Yeah, this other girl's like, well, can I just go out? And he was like, no. He's like, why are you gonna go out with me and not stay out until 4 a.m.? This makes no sense. And she was just like, yeah, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. It was very dramatic.
Yeah, that
though.
gets tricky, yeah,
But
for traditionals.
I still
yeah.
liked it. I still liked it. But they did have boundaries, and I did respect that, like, especially with women, because you know how sometimes, like over there, they could be a little bit more passive and be like, okay, I have to do this for the man and whatever. I felt like they did have really good boundaries.
Yeah, they're on TV.
How many times have you eaten pork in your life? I must know.
Maybe.
Speaking of boundaries, Kamala and this new ad,
Yes.
Pop the Balloon ad. I did not know it was a Pop the Balloon ad at first. I just thought it was another one of those videos.
Yeah.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making figures.
How tall are you?
5?
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
I like it.
I liked it.
I
like
liked
it.
it.
Yeah.
It's up to date. It's of the times.
Yeah.
A lot of people had problems with this.
Because they have problems with everything.
Namely, black people. I seen a lot of black people have a problem with this. Like, oh,
Black
this
men
is
or
so
black
degrading.
women?
Both. This is so degrading. This is so this is how they think. What do you say? As a black man, this new Kamala ad doesn't offend me. I'm not that thin-skinned, but this does feed to my theory of why so many young black and Hispanic men are leaving the Democratic Party. They brand themselves as a feminine party where masculinity and manhood isn't welcomed. A lot of people are like, okay, so you're saying that I can't get laid if I'm a Republican? And it's like, yeah. If the girl's a Democrat and you're
gonna get
a
laid by the
Trump
white
fan,
girls.
Yeah.
you're not gonna get laid
the
by
snow bunnies.
the Democrats. That's just essentially not what they want to do.
But even with the ad, it didn't lean either. Obviously, it came from that team, but it didn't lean either side. It just kind of said get registered to vote.
It just
and
said,
that's
are
what
you-
the thing
are
is. So
you
is it
planning
not
on
manly?
voting?
Is it not manly to vote?
Well, I was gonna say,
You know what I'm saying? What are we
what
talking
if the
about?
genders were flipped? What if it was a
Yeah.
bunch of men and one woman came out and she's like, "No, I'm not voting."
And it could go,
And they
but
all-
it could go the same
you
way.
know,
They
Yeah,
could
it'd be the
possibly-
same.
They
The
wouldn't
message would
look-
be the same.
They wouldn't look at it
okay,
as
so
oh,
the
it's women.
issue I think with why Harris's team has done it
Mm-hmm.
is because there is a lot of black men who have been complaining this whole time that she's not doing enough for black men. Nobody's doing enough for black
That's
men.
the
I'm not
context.
voting for anybody, or I'm just gonna go for Trump.
Yeah.
That has been the conversation. And so there's a lot of women who are like, yo, not voting at all is just not attractive. And then of course when you're voting for Trump, it's still not attractive because
yeah.
do what you got to do, but it's still not attractive because why are you so brainwashed by this idiot who
Facts.
literally has not done anything for you and
Yeah.
would put you in jail if he had the opportunity
And
to.
they made everyone black in the video. So it's like very intentionally pointed towards our community, right? And
But this is also something that our community is doing.
yeah, that's what
I
I'm saying.
have not seen a Hispanic or
There
a white
are.
version
There
of.
are. There are.
I'm saying I
But
haven't,
we
but-
originated it. We built this.
You know what I mean? And it's,
You
it's
guys
trendy.
started
It's of
popping.
today.
And
how I
that's
viewed
my
it.
thing. It's like, why do black people enjoy indulging in things and then shitting on them whenever we want to get on some sort of morality high ground?
Yes.
Just say you don't want to vote. Just like putting all this, oh, see, this is why I blah, 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 blah. No, you were never going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
And this is just another reason that you found because there's a reason why they made this video. The metrics don't lie. Go on YouTube right now and check Pop the Balloon videos.
Yes.
They're everywhere.
Millions
Yeah.
upon millions
Not even
of
on
views.
YouTube, Instagram,
Everything.
Facebook,
TikTok.
That's
And it's
what I
not
first
hard
saw
to
them.
check
That's true.
demographics.
TikTok.
It's not hard to check where these things are popping off, what cities are loving it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Every swing state might be enjoying Pop the Balloon videos. And she's like, we got to get into swing states and get to the youth and attack black voters. Triple whammy. Boom.
Yeah.
They're like when public or sorry, not publicans. When
Democrats?
people
Democrats?
people who are running for president or elections, any type, even like Senate levels, when they actually have the team that are knowledgeable and are actually doing the research and know how to do their job,
We gotta salute
they
it.
are going to figure out what works best, where things are missing. Unlike Trump, who just does, and his team, it's just vibes.
Tone
They
deaf.
just
Yeah.
do
Tone deaf.
whatever they want
Yeah.
to do. When you have an actual political party that knows what the hell they're going to do, if you had another Republican in there that knew what he was going to do, he would
Scary
go
hours.
to other places and be like, okay, this is what I need to do in these swing states.
Yeah.
This is how I need to get the votes. That's how who was Bill? No, Bill Clinton was them. Who was a Republican? There's plenty of
George
Republicans.
Bush.
He was one.
Yeah.
He won. How
Usually
many
they missed
terms?
them. Usually they missed the mark though, which is why I was so surprised that people were mad at this. This is actually
thought it was
culturally
funny.
relevant
It
to
is.
right
Sure.
now. And usually it's some shit that they'd pull up. They'd do like the Black Beetle challenge right now, and we'd be like,
yeah, but come
way
on.
off.
And
we'd
it's
be like,
also cringy, but this I feel
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, I laughed at the end, like, ah, that's cute.
It was short, simple.
Yeah.
And I get it. I'm not a fan of the Pop the Balloon shit. I completely understand what people are
They
saying
kinda
in
got
that
me.
regard.
Yeah.
But I'm also not a fan of Shade Room, and I see Shade Room every day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm above these things that I don't think are the greatest.
Yeah.
Like if I were to do that, there goes rap. There goes a lot of shit that I indulge in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about TV shows that we watch? People get shot, murdered, raped, all types of shit on there.
Yeah.
We still watch them. We're not above that, but we're above those things in real life. So I don't know how people can't make that discernment when it comes to shit like this, unless they're purposely being obtuse.
They are.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Especially when it comes to this issue.
Yeah.
Now,
Even-
what if it was like? Would you guys be affected or be offended if it was like they hired a company full of white people to create this ad?
No, but I would think that the target audience is different. I wouldn't think that it's directed to the black community or even us.
Yeah. I don't think it'd feel any differently, to be honest.
I would
I'd
feel
be like, oh, that's cool.
I would feel different if it was the Republican side, like Trump side, doing this, because then I'd feel like, okay, they're purposely trying to like mock us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
because
that's good. Yeah.
they don't fuck with anything.
Like we know who the real
This
demo
is.
Yeah.
Intention
I
is
feel
everything,
like
yeah.
Kamala's team has a variety of people that are on it from different races, particularly black race, Suman Indian, all types of sexualities. So I'm fine with that. Like I wouldn't care who's in the background because
Yeah.
I know that they're not stupid to do that.
But I also want a challenge to go viral where we stop indulging in things we don't like. If we're gonna go that route. When you see something stupid, don't retweet it and go, "This is so stupid."
I was gonna say Twitter would
You're
not
helping
exist.
it.
You're helping it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just don't engage at all. That's why these Toronto blog pages survive off homophobia, sexism, racism, because people go in the comments and go, "Yo, take this down, bro."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just gave him another comment.
Yep.
You just gave him more
It
reach.
boosts the
One of your
algorithm.
friends now see it.
Literally, I'm
as suggested.
unfollowing this guy. But you're back now.
Yeah, you're still there.
You know, checking
Yeah.
on your comments.
Bro, like
funny.
it's at a certain point, you gotta be responsible for what you're indulging in. I don't watch people get knocked the fuck out unless it's a professional fight. I don't watch people
watch
getting
it.
run over, getting shot. I don't
watch that shit.
I don't see any of that stuff. Even my girl will see something online and start describing it to me, and I'm like, no, I'm thank you.
Weak ass
I
algorithm.
am good. I am good. I don't want to see that stuff.
Gotta see
I don't
that
want to indulge in it.
Yeah.
Like
So-
that girl that just got. Sorry.
No,
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, the girl that just got killed, who ran the Shottawa page. There's a
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't see that. I don't
Ottawa
wanna
page
see
called
that.
Shottawa.
Yeah.
And the girl, she posts like a lot of that dark ass and a lot of criminal activity, and who knows what she posted that may have gotten her into this mess.
Yeah.
And she was, I think it was 2 other girls as well. I'm not too
outside
sure.
of the studio or something, right?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, I saw that. That was.
And she was shot and killed.
Yeah.
And like
Crazy.
another blog, I know another blogger that was shot. I know like another one that was arrested. Like these guys are not just chilling behind the screen.
Yeah.
You will get caught. Someone will find out who you are. The 6 bus guy, I heard his chain got took at one point. Like it's not like you see people posting these things and just think that
Yeah, it's not for play.
it's not for play, bro. So I just don't understand why people indulge in these things and just keep it going with the nignogs in the comments, man. Just move on, brother. Speaking of nignogs, Tyrese Haliburton, special black man. He's
black
like Dr. Umar's arch nemesis or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
because
his
it seems
biggest op.
intentional now.
It has, bro. What? Yes.
Before I had a theory that it was intentional what he was doing, but now it's like, oh, he's throwing it in the face.
So what was he doing before?
This is okay, man. See, write it down.
No.
No
He's
one
throwing
thought
it
of
in the
that. No
face.
one thought of that. So this is Tyrese Haliburton after the club, 3 a.m. with 3
Unidentified white women.
unidentified white women
And that
whose
first one-
fathers are disgusted.
Or excited.
First one don't make
No, one of them's his girlfriend.
Oh.
say what?
Hello, Tyrese.
Yeah, one of it's his girlfriend. I think it might be the middle one.
And they all wearing his clothes? That's
'Cause that-
crazy.
Yeah, I think it's the middle one.
They all wearing his clothes.
Plot twist, they're all cousins.
Appreciate you. Congratulations. That's a big honor. It's 4 a.m. I just got back from the club.
4 a.m. That's even worse.
I so love my guy. Congratulations, brother. Keep going.
You know, right before we went on this, he's like, yo, y'all want to say happy birthday to 50 Cent?
Of course.
And they're like, oh my God.
Because 50 Cent is one of
not
the like biggest and best rappers in the world,
Exactly.
like most popular.
Exactly.
White girls love 50.
Who does that at 4 a.m.? Yeah.
And saying it too is crazy. I don't like that. It's 4 a.m.
This
bro.
is what I'm saying. It's intentional. He wanted us to know he's fucking.
Just came back shirtless, chilling. 3 white women behind
They
me.
all in baggy clothes that
is
clearly
his
belong to
girlfriend.
you.
We did something like.
Yeah, it's definitely the middle one.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, I
middle
feel
thing
like it's
for
the
sure.
middle.
Definitely the
Right?
middle one, yeah.
I mean,
Tyrese just out here getting threes on and off the court. That boy love them threes, huh?
now what would happen if James Harden did this?
If James Harden did this, I think it would be bigger news. But Tyrese has been popping out with the milk merchants from like
Might be the last
day
one.
one, day dot.
I'm having a hard time
Milkman
deciding.
with his
They all look like.
deliveries.
They do.
I hope it's not the last one. She's the most beat.
Go again.
I thought the
That
first
last one
one
looked
was
like Penguin
Wait.
or
No,
Kevin
look at
Spacey.
this one.
It might be the last one.
That last one looked like
Yeah.
Kevin
Middle one.
Spacey, bro. That's his girl.
No, I don't know.
Middle
No.
one.
It's the middle one, bro.
I need a Vegas.
I would hope it was the middle
I'm
one.
praying it's the middle one. She's the only one there that's at least a 6.
Yeah, it looks like the last
Let me.
one.
I found her Instagram.
You put the
now.
other 2 girls together, they make
But
her.
it's hard because
Jesus Christ.
She Gotex.
This guy. This guy
Wow.
evil, dog.
She's Gotex. Listen, I have to look at the black population in Indiana. Is Indiana Pacers, are they in Indianapolis?
yes.
They got mad black
yeah,
people
there's
out
mad
there,
black
man.
people
What
in
do you mean?
Indianapolis.
Is there?
Yeah.
So many people out there.
This is why I need Dr. Umar to have a podcast called Snow Bunnies just for these moments. Just for these
Yeah.
moments. I just want to hear him rant in a
Mad
car.
Gongs and shit. Brothers. Gong.
Dr. Umar made it to SNL.
What? Oh no! I did see that. Okay, I think
They
I meant the
did a
actual.
They made
TikTok
fun of him?
skit. They did a TikTok skit.
They did.
And one of the
That's pretty funny. I saw
one
that.
of the videos when they slid up was a guy impersonating Dr. Umar. And then they slid up again, and there's a girl doing like fitness, and she's like doing a try-on haul or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see Dr. Umar walking into the background. It's a white girl.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he jumps off camera.
Was it Keenan Thompson playing?
No. It was
Keenan
the new
played,
black guy that's on
Keenan
there.
played
He played Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. There you go.
Oh, that's what I saw.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
funny, man.
Indianapolis has 28.8% black folks.
Yeah. The
As
700,000
of
black people
2022.
Michael Jackson was there?
in Indiana as of 2020.
Well, Indianapolis, it's
Indianapolis,
254.
but that's Indianapolis,
in the
Fort Wayne,
city.
and Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
Those are where most of the majority of the black people are.
Yeah, that's where Freddie Gibbs is from.
That's where Michael Jackson's from, brother.
That's where
Well,
Michael.
you know what?
Mike-
Freddie Gibbs
that's where
before
Mike-
Michael Jackson.
My
Mike
bad,
Epps.
dang. My bad.
Mike Epps is from there.
I
Yeah,
forgot
Mike
to
Epps.
mention earlier, though. I read something about Kamala Harris prosecuting
Kamala Harris.
Kamala, sorry.
Yeah, right.
Kamala Harris prosecuted Michael Jackson at his trial, and they're saying that's why Janet Jackson was shitting on her because she was the actual one that
I don't
prosecuted.
believe
Ops
that.
for
That
life.
would have been
All right.
bigger news than her putting people in
People
jail
would've
for
put that-
weed. People would have brought that up and got it. Republicans would have made a commercial.
Yeah. Do you
Do
want
you want
her?
to know who locked up Michael Jackson?
Our favorite?
Who didn't want you walking on the moon?
Yeah, apparently.
That's incredible. For what case?
Let's see here.
Michael Jackson went to jail?
I don't think so. He's untouchable,
Wait.
bro.
He might not have went to jail, but he was on trial, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was on
prosecuting
trial,
him.
but I thought that was civil. I didn't know it was criminal. That's interesting. But in the meanwhile, while he finds that, there's
Shut it down.
a young man that made a video that went viral about Angel Reese,
Yeah, this is weird.
saying she's not a black queen. Oh, brother. Hold on. Before we
You're
even
not a
get
black
into it, let's
king.
look at him. Let's look at him real quick. What? You think he's a black king?
No.
No king of mine.
No king of mine.
This is a little man.
Nah, he be handing out pamphlets.
He look like he sells those like chocolates outside of Walmart.
He needs to do something with the unibrow.
He needs to do something with the half mustache, brother.
Yeah,
He needs
Throw
to
it
do
or
something in general.
mustache is mad shy. Yeah.
I know why you got that hoodie on, brother. Got that old Duke hairline.
All right, see? Playing with head, bro.
Whoa.
All right.
I had a lot of respect for Angel. I realized something. Let me explain. See, at first I believe the hype, like, you gotta protect the black sis because they trying to compare her to Caitlin Clark, scrutinize her name, and then I realized Angel Reese is just the female version of the rapper who get a big ass record deal but can't stop going to the hood because he want everybody to make sure that they
You're
know he's
stupid.
one of them until it's too late.
Fucking
Suburb,
idiot.
Tell everybody he's from the hood because he
Can't
got a
even
few
listen
he's
to
out of
this.
there and gets himself in trouble that he should not be in. So you let
That
chick
was
who
so
got dumped by a
specific.
white boy for Taylor Swift talk about not 50-50, but in this conversation says she couldn't even pay no car note when he left her. Why you entertaining this knowing you got over $1.8 million in endorsements?
Why are you
See, you had
entertaining
us
that?
out
She
here
answered
supporting
a
you when you was
question.
out there crying about being sexualized, being a victim. But every time I see you double cheeked up, how I see you double cheeked up more than I see you getting double and every 5 seconds you talking to a ratchet
You saw her
rapper.
double cheeked up more than she got double. She led the league.
She literally.
She set a record. What's he talking about?
You don't know shit.
Side chick. Make it make sense. If you go on
Make
Twitter
you make
now and
sense,
type
nigga.
in Reese versus Caitlin Clark, you'll see a bunch of clean images of Caitlin Clark and a bunch of basketball highlights. But
Nasty.
Clean images?
Write-ups of her.
Oh,
nasty. Yeah, it gets
okay,
nasty.
okay, I get
He
it now.
likes white women.
He hates himself.
Yeah. Clean was crazy.
This is a self-hate rant.
But you know what? He's not the only one that's talking about it. And I'm actually so annoyed with this narrative that people keep making for Angel. Because even when she went on Instagram Live and spoke about how she was like, yeah, the WNBA don't pay my bills. Like I do not make enough money to pay my bills. It doesn't pay my rent.
That's financially irresponsible.
No, but
That's what that nigga starts saying.
Once they copied it, they were like, she needs to humble herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's complaining about a $74,000 contract when there's da-da-da-da. Like, why does she need to humble herself?
People are coming at her
They're
from
telling
every
her
angle.
she needs to stop doing. They're like, oh, she's doing too much. She's doing too much. Does she do? That is why she is where she is. That is why she's been able to have this huge following now. She has one of the most largest followings of the WNBA.
She has the biggest brand in the WNBA right now.
Period. She's getting the most endorsements from people in the WNBA who's been there forever and had the opportunities to do that. She
Shots.
I mean, they had the opportunity to do it, but like she's done things to make sure that her name is relevant, that she has these opportunities, that she's making money outside of basketball. And she specifically said that she doesn't play basketball for the money. She just plays to play. If they took it away,
it's a
she'd still
hobby,
even
nigga.
play. But she's like, and that's why she's getting all these opportunities that people would die for. People would die to not even hit the league yet and be able to go to the Met Gala. There's people who have not even played basketball, who are celebrities, rappers, singers, actors, etc., that would die to be on the Met carpet.
No invite, nigga. Yeah.
And she's there. She's getting.
She was there before she played a WNBA game.
One basketball game. What? I don't even know. Was she even drafted yet? Because it was in May. It was the first weekend of May.
They can say what they want about
That's
Caitlin
crazy.
Clark. She is the catalyst to why so many people tune in the next year. Yeah, people may have tuned in that year because of Caitlin Clark and just hearing about it. I know I was one of those people. But after I saw Angel Reese do this, I said, oh no, I got to see this matchup again.
Yeah.
I didn't care about Caitlin Clark. It was Angel Reese doing this and
locked you
waving
in.
in her face. I was
That's
like,
what drew you in.
ooh, this is that WWE energy I need from the galdom, bro. And then when we watched it the next year, it was just Angel versus Caitlyn. That's the only reason we're watching. If you're going to sit up here and say Angel's not as talented as Caitlyn, cool, fair. But guess what?
You can't say that she's not as big as
You can't
Caitlyn.
say she's not as big.
Yeah.
And you can't say that you weren't watching also because of Angel Reese.
Yeah.
And
Love
for
watching
someone
or
that's
hate watching the same. You're
not
still
as
watching.
talented,
That's
for her
my
to garner your
biggest-
attention that way
She got you.
is a talent.
That's my biggest complaint with people who are like, no, we're here because of Caitlyn and Caitlyn and Caitlyn. I'm like, no, you're not. Because at the end of the day, if something goes down, if there's some type of drama between Caitlyn and Angel, you guys are going to talk about it.
If Batman was facing robbers, you guys would not watch Batman. You need Joker.
Caitlyn Clark has 3 million followers. Angel Reese has like 4 points.
She has more than the WNBA.
Damn.
Yes, she has more than.
She's bigger than the league.
I was gonna say, ain't nothing bigger than the program.
I think she's bigger than
Except
Candace.
for-
Has
We
more
going
than
big on
Candace.
big.
Yeah, she's bigger than the
How you
program.
going
Where
big
is
on
she?
big? Yeah,
Angel
but
Reese 4.4 million on. This is all on
IG?
Instagram. Her TikTok, she has 4 million on it as well.
Jeez, points were made.
listen, man.
Where's Candace
Talking
Parker?
about Angel Reese is just a bad idea.
1.1 million for Candace Parker,
Candace
the
Parker?
fucking GOAT.
The GOAT.
1.1 million.
It's called brand awareness.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows exactly what she's doing. Her podcast is going viral every single
time.
guest.
Also, the NBA, the WNBA is the most popular it's ever been in its existence.
Yeah.
And every year the marketing gets better. And
largely
they
in part
Looking
to her.
better too. Yeah.
But like even with her, this
Yeah.
is this has been
And
the
for the men
biggest
them
season.
to, for the men them to even complain about this, straight men
Yeah.
Yeah.
to complain about her being sexual or dressing sexy,
As a straight man, it's
you
crazy.
niggas disgust me, bro. And you know the bigger joke is,
About being double cheeked up.
bro,
Good.
before the WNBA, when they said the WNBA was filled with lesbians, And man, we're like, oh, we need to sexy it up. We need to sexy it up. Oh, this year, especially even this year.
Oh, what was the girl that played for LA?
A lot of women are coming way more dressed up.
Yeah.
A lot more fashion savvy.
Yeah, they look good.
And all the men are like, see, there's all it was missing. There's all it was missing. Yeah. But when she's home, she can't do that. Just when she's walking into the tunnel. Like what?
No, but when she goes on red carpets and like all that stuff.
Yeah, that's when they want to complain. She's and they're complaining mostly about that Wildin' Out show where she went up there with the pum pum shots.
Oh, I didn't see that. No,
she went up there with pum pum shots, and people were posting like, "Oh, Angel's thick. Oh, Angel's thicker than I thought."
Been thick.
And then people were like, "Oh, look at her sexualizing herself." Then a lingerie shoot came out of her. Oh, I thought she didn't want to be sexualized. You niggas don't know what sexualized means.
Yeah.
I don't think they know what sexualized means. You ever seen a woman wear lingerie on the beach? Time and place.
Yeah. I mean,
but technically, it's
technically a bikini and
it's a swimsuit.
It can be the exact same
shit. But you
shit.
see how you can differentiate the two in your mind?
Yeah. I guess it's underwear versus beach thong.
I remember the first time they complained about her was when she got the Sports Illustrated cover, and so she was in a bathing suit, and the pictures weren't even provocative. They weren't even that. They were just like some like cute beach.
Listen, they're all tame. She's never done anything super provocative. They're all tame in comparison to the shit that we consume on a daily basis.
I remember the first time people started on like the timeline and stuff really looking at the WNBA is when they seen the video of Tia Cooper.
Who's that?
She played on the Los Angeles Lakers. She ended up getting engaged to Dwight Howard. And this was like the next pretty girl that went famous after Dwight. Skylar.
I would say Skylar was the first one because of Drake. Drake kind of like put her in our purview, and everyone's like, "Who is?"
No, but I don't think people. They were like, "Okay, Skylar Diggins," but I don't think they were watching. But I specifically remember there's this game clip of Tia Cooper playing, and she was thick. And somebody had said something. Drake had said something, I think, or Drake retweeted or mentioned her.
Drake
or
posted
something.
it. It was like a slow-mo video of her like practicing or some shit like that.
Different.
And everyone was like, "Yo, who is that?"
And they're like, "Now make me want to watch the WNBA.
Yeah,
look at Drake doing blah 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 blah." And she's not in the league anymore. Though.
I knew things would get weird this year, man. I knew once men started watching this league, that things would get weird, bro.
Every time men get involved, things
just get weird.
It's like, come on, dog.
Did men start watching women's soccer? Because women's soccer was a hit for a while, I remember, in the USA.
Mia Hamm times.
Yeah, and people were just watching, enjoying female soccer.
I still think those were major sporting events, so not like MLS. They weren't watching MLS. It's growing for sure.
I guess. No,
women's sports in general is growing.
It was World Cup.
No, that's what I'm saying. Big events, they definitely watching.
Yeah.
But like MLS, which is like WNBA, essentially, they weren't really. They're still not paying attention, to be honest. Yeah, it's growing as a sport.
There's a couple of people like Rodman's, Trinity Rodman, Dennis Rodman's daughter. She plays in MLS for DC, I think it is.
Did you hear about his sister?
No.
Deborah Rodman apparently was the better rebounder.
Oh wow!
No, she beat Cheryl Miller.
Wow.
In college.
Wow.
And Larry Johnson was on I think All the Smoke and was talking about it because he's like, they lived on my block. He was a little bit older than me. And there was a time when Dennis Rodman's mom kicked him out of the house and told him to go stay with his grandma. And he stayed in the park for a week.
It's not his mom, right?
Who the what?
This is Deborah.
No, I know that's the thing that came up in my feed.
Deborah Rodman.
I mean, they can't be a relation.
Dennis Rodman.
Y'all see this one
Deborah
woman this guy pulled up.
If you Google Deborah Rodman, you're gonna see
that was the first chick
she looked like Janice from accounting.
I'm like, this is light skin.
Exactly. Is she an author? What the fuck is it?
She run a charity? Oh my gosh. What else happened this week? What else you guys want to get into? Erica Mena psycho ass, Cynthia's complaining, or
was
Lissy getting cooked?
Oh, it's the
Which one's Erica Mena? Is that the one that was married to Jalen Green?
No, Erica Mena is the one that was married to
Safari.
Santana, and now she's with Safari.
Okay. SBC.
What? Erica? Oh, they were together. But
Yeah. Yeah, she's psychotic. Basically, there's there's no other way to put it. Like we've seen so much evidence of her psychosis over the years that nothing surprises me anymore. But her getting this ladder, like Donkey Kong, just appeared. She's like a firefighter, bro. Where'd she find this ladder from?
Man.
Just found a ladder to get over this guy's wall.
She has a shirt on. She looks like she's in her bra.
She's definitely in a bra and some
And
pum pum shots.
it makes me think, like, what's the other part of the story?
She pulled up to the house just on a whim. This is
You
what
think
psychos
it?
do. This is what psychos do.
I don't know, because Safari
Usually
a
they
little
wrap their
crazy
hair too.
so.
Yeah, no, they're both psycho. No, they are.
Safari's more psycho in the sense of like
He thinks he can rap.
yeah.
No, he threw a chair on himself. Remember that clip of him saying, "I'm out
He
of
didn't
here."
throw a chair at himself.
you-
He threw
it
the chair
and
and
walked-
slipped and it hit himself.
Nah, that's
He
embarrassing.
didn't
bro.
throw it at himself.
He's crazy, bro.
Why you coming for
That
him?
man's crazy.
If you watch
Beezy.
Love and what is it called? Love and Hip Hop. A lot of people are like, he was telling on himself the whole fucking
Guys,
time.
that show's not real.
That guy's not. He's
The
not
show's
real.
not real. A lot
So
of the
then the
situations
show's
are
not real.
manufactured.
How you know she's actually crazy?
Because I know she's
'Cause she
actually
didn't know she was
crazy.
being
She's been
filmed.
crazy off the show
She
a
didn't
billion
know
times
the camera was on
over the
here,
years.
So, yeah. That's
And I
also-
met her. Her breath stinks. Her
That's the only
breath
reason why
is
you're going off
hot.
on her.
No, listen. I used to
traumatized
thought
by
she was.
her
I used
breath.
to think she was fire. Like
Yeah.
Chris Brown video, yo, in the back of that whip. And you know what's so funny?
There's a story about that too.
There's a behind the scenes video that went viral a couple months ago where he
Yes.
said her breath stinks. Oh no.
This is bad. This is bad.
She was like, he don't want to get near me. He's like, yeah, your breath stink.
Yeah.
And she like slapped him and he ran out the car.
Yeah. Oof.
Well,
Oof. You confirmed it, dog.
well,
I met her breath at Wet Bar.
you met her breath.
I
That's
met her
crazy.
breath at Wet Bar. I thought it was hookah or something because I'm like, this is
Well,
Charcoal, nigga?
when you have cavities and all that other stuff, it makes your breath smell.
Oh, it's
And-
that's the worst smell
That-
ever.
She,
gingivitis.
more recently, because her teeth are more protrude, she went and she got the veneers.
oh, they
Oh, shit.
She has
So-
tall teeth.
Maybe,
Yeah, his teeth has always been long.
maybe she had some issues with cavities and that type of stuff that she didn't know
She didn't have the
about.
veneers then.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why her breath smelled, because she had the cavities
Oh,
and stuff
okay, I
like
see what
that.
you're saying. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then she went and she
It
got
did
her
smell like
teeth
death and
fixed.
corrosion.
And there's a lot of people that have cavities that don't realize their breath stinks that bad.
A
And
lot of
like,
times you don't.
and I pride myself in being the friend that tells you, like, in
Your
secret.
breath
As you should. As
You
you
know?
should, yeah.
And like, and the amount of times I've told people, they're like, nah. I'm like,
Okay, now denying it is crazy.
like no, I'm telling you.
When you deny it, you got halitosis.
yeah, it's like,
I think at that point it's medical.
do you know how difficult it was for me to tell you this? And
You
now
know
you're
what-
making it more
You know
difficult?
when you walk in, someone walks into your house like, you make chicken? You're like, you haven't had chicken in a week and a half. It's like my house just smells like chicken.
Damn. You're the chicken house? The worst. The
Somebody got to
worst.
tell you because you live with it.
Yeah, but everyone's house has a smell.
Does it?
Everyone's house has a smell. Yeah,
She used to date
I mean,
Bow
it
Wow
does.
too.
it does. Especially with the good homies. It's even this is a pause, but it's even to the point where it's like if you're kicking it with your homies, right? Somebody farts, you're like, oh nah, fam, that's you. That smells like your house.
Okay, no,
Like I know that's you.
That's different. I don't
You don't.
smell
You're not
my
close to
friend's
your homies.
pubs.
You're-
No.
First of all, it's not by force.
No, I don't smell
you
my
think I wanted to
even by
smell-
accident. I smell
You think I
my
wanted to
friend's
smell
pubs. I feel like you did.
No.
No.
It feels like you have like a
No.
some sort of
fetish?
Rolodex.
I'm just
pubs.
around people that feel comfortable farting. I don't know what
No,
it is.
but here's
Yeah, no.
you ever have those moments where someone will be like, yo, someone will be
were
like, yo, I
engaged?
farted, and then you'll be like, oh fuck, and then you like, I just told you I farted. Why did you take that whiff?
yeah, the whiff is
Curiosity.
you know,
Yeah.
You'll be like, I farted. Oh, you
Yeah, that's
did.
crazy.
Like,
No, I never
why?
go
I just told
Curiosity.
you.
Yeah.
Killed the
No.
cat.
Wild.
Oh man,
Killed it from the stank.
Killed it from the stank.
Knocked that boy out.
Yeah, Erica Mena. This is just wild behavior, snakes and ladders. I don't know what's going on. She's unstable,
Yeah.
and her breath is hot. That's all we have.
I could tell by her two front teeth when she first
Allegedly.
came out. Yeah.
This girl Lissy got cooked
On
Lissy?
what?
Oh, I see. I saw
On
this.
the twits?
on the
On the
Twits,
X?
the Tweeple. We're tweeting, and we're very,
her, the girl
very
that went to
angry
Nobu.
at this dress.
Oh,
Sickened and disgusted by this
she's in Toronto.
unbelievable dress.
Yeah, I
so,
know,
yeah.
yo.
This is an amazing dress. She looks great in it. I didn't see the issue. People are like, oh, you just gotta have your beer bought on the people's restaurant chairs. It's like, she's at Nobu, not Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
It's definitely baddie attire.
This is what a girl who does OnlyFans does.
I thought it was the angry.
Yeah.
I thought people were angry that there was dress code for men when they try to go and they get turned around. But then now
That's some bitch shit.
Yeah.
If you a man complaining about that, go trans. Switch it up.
Shit, all right.
Switch it up. If it's such a problem, switch it up. There are procedures for that, brother.
The issue.
Since you want to wear what you want to wear with your baddie friends. There's nothing sexual about that. What are you
There's
talking?
everything sexual about what?
Name it.
No, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, bitch.
It's Patreon.
It's Patreon. That's a really good combo. You want to get away from it? Hey,
You guys want to hear me be
Patreon.
homophobic? Come to the Patreon.
Hey, you're gonna be exclusive.
We're premiere. Homophobia. Whispering homophobia is crazy.
But our outfit was cool.
But meanwhile, they praise other outfits. Like this one girl who she does her outfits a lot. She's known for her outfits. Her name's Jiggly or something like that. They call her. This is what she wore to the club, and girls are like, "Yeah, this is club attire. Like this is what you wear to the club." And I was like, "All right, hey."
That's what you wear to the freaking circus.
I mean, this is what you wear to the club if you're the bottle service girl. I feel like. I feel like this is a bottle service girl vibe.
This is what strippers wear before
This is a
they actually
swimsuit
start to
with,
strip.
Well, we're in that
Stuff.
era right now, right? Where like it's a lot of see-through and lingerie-esque type outfits.
Yeah.
I don't know how it started or where the trend started, but I ain't mad at it. I'm like, I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah.
I feel like all this is the culmination of Rihanna freeing the nipple.
You might
She
be right
walked.
still.
You know?
She walked so they could
Could
run.
Yeah,
oh
facts.
well, at it was a carpet. She was winning a fashion award, at one of those like fashion award
Awards.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you win awards, yeah.
It was
That's how it be
specific
working.
for fashion, and she was being honored with the Icon Award, I think. And she walked down the red carpet with the rhinestone dress that was,
See-through?
yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't have a bra on, and then her panties were very little and flesh color.
Hello.
And a lot of people complained about that. And she was wearing the bandana. I feel like you guys would know the look.
Vague.
Look.
Or not the.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Sounds like
kinda
Wild
remember it.
Thoughts.
It was before Wild Thoughts.
Yeah, it just sounds like it. Like that outfit. Meanwhile, this is Beyonce. Oh, I lost it. Well, there's a picture of Beyonce or a video of Beyonce,
Exactly. I remember that.
Naked sitting on
CFDA Awards.
Oh.
and they were going off when she wore that. They were loving it. Same type of outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like if you're a celebrity, you can
see,
get away with
Her
more
underwear
elaborate
covers
outfits.
a little bit more. That's
Pardon me?
Her underwear really covers a little bit more than the other girl.
And the
but
cleavage is
pretty much
more
the same.
tasteful.
Yeah, that's really thin at the beginning. That's like one of those little triangle things.
Yeah, yeah.
Beyonce's underwear a little bit more.
Yeah, and even the bottom part covers a little bit. She got the hat, so there's a whole theme to it. This is
I don't think it covers anything but her knees. It's it's
No,
bare
she's
in the
right there,
back.
the underwear.
It's bare in the back, just like this is bare in the back.
Nah, that underwear is covering more coochie than that one.
yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe she got more coochie to cover. Deeper, darker criminal link.
And now it's, I mean, I think
Beyonce got that fat ma?
All right. I don't think you can even say that.
Got
on
that
her
Garfield?
internet.
Beyonce's Boom Boom Hates Mondays?
The Garfield is crazy. I've never heard that.
You ever heard that?
I've never heard the
It's a
Garfield.
fat cat.
I know. But I'm
It's,
just saying,
it's the most
referring to it
notorious
as-
fat cat.
I know, but referring to it as Garfield is hilarious.
But listen, I'm Jamaican. We got a million. I can
I'm
keep
sure.
going.
Fat Ma is
Do
funny.
you guys know what's her IG?
You're interested, huh?
Who's IG?
Noble
girl.
Noble Girl.
I have no idea.
This guy's recruiting on the show.
What's your, you need a Shazam for things.
Oh, make that
We need
now,
a Shazam
bro.
for things.
Jesus.
You
It's
mentioned-
called Google Lens.
Now.
Matt is the Shazam for things.
You are Shazam for things.
You're asking about
hilarious.
Brittany? Brittany? You want a phone number as well? I got that for you right now.
I have her address.
You see what I mean? He just knows
Sick
shit.
bitch, man.
Crazy.
you are right that celebrities can get away with a lot more with wearing less in public because it's like they're a celebrity.
Yeah.
I think it's
Something that guys like I'm at the point where my girl can wear whatever she wants. I really don't care.
I'm not there yet. And I think it's really just because
We know
culturally
that.
as well. No. I think sure, say that, but I think it's more so a cultural thing too. Like we weren't brought up that way.
No, it's
And
the same
so-
thing as Love Is Blind, Habibi. Like there was certain little cultural things that they're like,
Exactly. And it's like,
I'm
I would,
progressive, but no.
I wouldn't. Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't tell my girl, yo, don't wear that. I just kind of be like, oh, like we're just different. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that I would get in a relationship with someone who's like, I prefer doing this because why would I try to change you?
Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
a good thing because a lot of people don't do that. They
course.
don't not get into the relationship. And instead they think that they
They
will
can
be
change
changing
them
or
over
they
time.
can make these demands or would just think that people are going to change on their own when that's not the truth.
Hope, you know, it's a myth.
Well,
Yeah.
where does that stop? Because even if we're going past like clothes in terms of personality and like things you don't like, because you always have to compromise on things you don't like when
course.
you get into a relationship. There's always going to be something that you don't like about that person that
You
you're
have
like,
to pick and choose what
I
matters
can
the most
change
for you.
that.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that the person should change.
Yeah.
Like that we constantly say, get into a relationship, trying to change people. Yeah.
No.
Some things I'm trying to change.
There are okay, so like,
yeah.
I feel like there's some things that it's just like maybe you don't even know you do. That's one
Yeah.
thing. So when you do bring it up to them, it's like, oh, I didn't even know I did that. Now I can change it because I wasn't aware of it. There's certain things where people just like it and they just want to stay in that lane, or it maybe it compromises their personality. Right? I don't think if you're this is your personality and this is who you truly are as a person, why are you gonna change that?
What if it's something that it seems very minuscule at first, but incrementally it
Gets
becomes annoying or it becomes a thing? Because a lot of times we'll like a certain thing until we're presented with that thing frequently, and then all of a sudden it's like, I like this at first.
It was cute. It was cute at
repetitive.
It was
first.
cute at first. Now it's like, all right, man.
Every
like,
day?
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like,
Well, I think that's
and-
just a conversation you bring up and you're like, hey, this is how I really feel about it. And then if the person says, okay, I can try to change that or I can try to like scale it back and maybe meet in the middle.
I may be weird. I feel like there's some things I cannot bring up for you to change. Some things
Somebody else gotta
you
bring it up.
need to recognize that and change it, because if I say it, it's going to feel like I made you do it.
Give me some
And-
examples.
I don't know. I can't. I'm like talking slowly so I can try to think of something.
Losing weight.
No. I mean,
If you
it's
say
like
lose
personality
weight,
things.
but if she does it herself, it'll.
No, I mean like certain like personality things. I can't really think of anything specific off top, but there are certain things where I can't tell you to change that.
Why do you think
You
it's not
as
your
a
place?
person have to change that because
It has to be. It's
Because
an
it might-
internal
it
thing.
might-
because I
yeah.
will respect it. I can only respect it if you change it. I can't be the one to.
Oh, so you feel like it would be fake if they
Yes,
attempted
and I'm
to-
only gonna view it from a lens of I had to tell you to do that for you to do that. And then I don't even
but
feel like
then
you want to do
you're
it.
gonna
But
be
then what if they
living-
actually
Okay, now
do
we're back
it?
at the
But
traditional
now you're going to be
argument.
living in like, oh, I don't really like this, and it's going to get annoying. But
Yeah.
you're not saying anything, so
Yeah.
that's not fair to yourself or the other
Yeah.
person.
It's that it's,
because
you're at the
there
side
are
of like,
people who don't know that they're doing things.
Absolutely.
yeah, but you're on
absolutely.
the side of like I want you to want to do the dishes.
Yeah,
That's kind of what it is.
essentially, essentially,
it is, yeah.
essentially.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
get that.
I it's just how I'm gonna view it going forward is gonna be skewed as opposed to if you recognize it, especially if I feel like it's a big thing. If I feel like it's a big enough thing that, like, if you're not recognizing this, then
Is that fair to your partner though? Or to
Is
the
that-
No,
person?
it's not fair to the
no,
partner.
it's
It's not fair
absolutely
to
not.
themselves
Anything
either.
unspoken, what do they say? Unspoken resentment is
something
premeditated arguments or something like that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to bring up every single thing. Absolutely. But I think that there are some things that people
then
should
that would be on
fundamentally
you.
change
I was gonna say, yeah,
themselves.
so
That's
is
on
that-
And
you,
I
though.
could do things
So-
like hints and stuff like that, but I'm never gonna outright tell you.
If you go and you say it, and then the person's like, okay, cool, like I'm gonna change this, and now you're like, oh, they're just doing it because I said it. Like that's a you problem then, because they did
Because of
and
you
they
problem.
respected what you
Touche.
wanted
That's
to
what I
do.
wanted to ask
So
you.
now
Touche.
it's a you problem that you gotta
Yeah,
fix.
that's
You gotta
facts.
get out of
That's
I was
it.
gonna ask you, like, do you
That's
want to
facts.
Because if
change
they're
that?
really your partner,
You want to change that?
Do I want to change what? Well, I
That
don't know the
thing.
specific thing. I'm just bringing up examples.
No, I'm saying that thing about you where it's like it's not my place to say. Like if I say it, you're gonna change it for me. Do you want to change that about you, the way you perceive that?
I feel like I would probably be happier if I changed that. So yeah. Anything that's ego driven, that's leading me to a negative outcome or a negative feeling,
Yeah.
I don't want. And that would lead to a negative feeling. So yeah. I'm trying my best to strip myself of ego. It takes a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
But there are just certain things where I'm just like, I really want you to be able to do this. Like, I really want. It's like I'm rooting for them to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And this is not even just with the relationship. This is friendships as well. Because I had some crazy friendship drama that happened this weekend that is like I didn't even see coming.
Jeez.
And it's
Patreon.
like it's really in line with this, where it's like you can only lead a horse to water.
yeah, but that
Is
you
it-
have to you have to say something. You have to mention that.
Yeah, no,
And
that's what I'm
you
talking about. In
can't-
this instance, there were things said multiple times by multiple people in multiple ways.
Yeah. And then
Brought
it's a
the
lot
horse
cost.
to water.
Yeah.
Horse is still being stubborn. So it's like,
Have you been
alright.
on the other side of that, where it's like you told the
Probably.
person like, yo, no, I don't mean that way. I just mean so, in terms of telling the person, yo, you do this thing, you need to do this, blah 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 blah. Have you done that before? Is that why you're here
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
so
no,
it's-
well, not with this specific person. No.
no, I just mean in general.
In
But
general,
has it
yes.
happened many a times?
Oh, okay.
No.
This is a trauma response, my nigga.
What do you mean?
Because you didn't like it the way it happened the first time when you told the person, yo, you do this
Oh
thing.
no,
blah,
it
blah,
worked
blah.
out the
turn
first
out.
time. It worked out the first. Like it worked out plenty of times when I've said it, but there are also the equal amount of times where it hasn't. So like I don't think it's necessarily trauma. It's just like trial and error. Like I've tried it, and it for the most part doesn't work out
I'm
in
just
my
trying to
favor.
figure out what
No.
made you this way.
Now, what happens if they see you acting a certain ways when they start doing that thing that you started to hate, and based off your reaction, they change because they're like, "Oh, I could tell he doesn't like this. I should change."
I feel like that's normal.
But that's a different. It's a different type of tell, but you're still telling them without telling them.
Well, I feel like I think that's just human interaction, right?
Yeah.
Like if I see your light dimming every time I do a certain thing, I'm not gonna do that thing if I need your light to be bright. So it's like, yeah, like I feel like that's just 2 + 2 is 4 at that point.
So it's like telling somebody something with
And
the
maybe that's
lights
where my
on versus
frustration
the
comes
lights are
from.
on.
Maybe that's where my frustration comes from, where I feel like it's 2 + 2 is 4, but I don't know that person knows that they're the other two.
So you get passive
So
aggressive.
I might get passive aggressive in how I exhibit, how I feel about that. And
Marlon,
in-
you know I failed math.
That's why you
and I'm
break down the
hoping
equation
someone,
and you teach them.
yeah, exactly.
You
I'm
teach
hoping
them how
that
to do
somebody
it.
will recognize it, whereas I should just be like, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know when somebody, like, you ever play somebody in NBA 2K and you're playing and you're like, how am I catching up? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I was down. Like, and then you realize, is this motherfucker trying to make it more interesting? And now I'm just a game because now he's letting me
That's
catch
happened
up.
so many times
Only
with
for him to like, not, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not a charity case. I don't, like, just tell me I'm shit. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
don't
yeah.
fucking play around to show me I'm shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So in that same sense, I feel like just tell me what I'm doing wrong, and don't make me have to realize that I'm wrong by your passive aggressive movements.
Yeah. How do you feel when it's like a friend and they're being avoidant from that?
Oh,
Like
avoiding people, man.
avoidant, I mean, in terms of like
Love them, but God,
not
damn,
even like
bro.
willing to indulge in a face-to-face conversation like that.
No.
I feel a lot of them are probably just not even ready to. Like, if they can't even face themselves in the mirror, what more their friend?
Yeah.
So like they're
But then why have friends? You know what I mean? Why, if you know you're not emotionally available in that way, why even invest in this
well,
relationship?
because it might be just temporary, right? If like maybe they've been going through something for so long and they're so used to just keeping it within, and they don't know how to.
You don't know how their like mental health.
Yeah, they don't.
is
They
either.
therapy,
through,
whatever, all that shit. They don't know how to go through that, especially with their friends. So like, and you want to keep them around, and you don't want to open up and possibly push them away, and then you don't want to stay close and possibly push them away. Like, what is the perfect balance of like? Here's one of the biggest things for me. Like, I was just talking to a friend recently, and I was like, I didn't realize how much of a loner I am. I know so many people, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm by myself 90% of the time, and then when I'm around people, I know how to be sociable in short stints, but after a while, like. I just gotta like disconnect, and I go up, find my little corner. Like I'll go to. Sometimes I was at a party yesterday,
I think that's weed.
and I just went to the bathroom, and I was sober too. I went to the bathroom and just sat there for like a little bit, looked in the mirror. I was like, all right, Norm, just get out there. You could
You're
do
an
this.
I think
introvert at
also,
heart.
You know?
I think I'm the same way.
Extrovert thing.
Yeah. I think we. I don't even know if we're introverts. I think that we, especially in our field, we
We're
talk
depleted.
to more people than
Normal
people
average.
normally do. Like, if you're working a desk job, you're kind of seeing the same 60, 70 people every week, every day.
Depending on the desk job. But
Depending on the job, you know what I mean? And whereas with us,
they
we're
only have, like, their
constantly
circle of
out
friends.
about, and we're never really with a familiar group of people. It's always changing, especially with us, different promoters.
Yeah.
You finish a show, you gotta go and talk to the audience while they filter out. There's a lot of bandwidth. You know what I mean? By the time you get home, you're saying, I don't want to be around anyone. And then on top of that, when you're, oh my God, when you're a comedian, I don't know if this happens in any other field, but people just try to be funnier than you.
Oh, that's
And it's like a lot of, you try to be polite in those situations, and everyone's saying the same things. Like, do you know how many fucking oxtail jokes I've heard in my life?
Yeah.
Do you understand? I don't even like oxtail anymore. You guys have ruined it for
I
me.
think that's your version of like corporate small talk. Because
Yeah,
that shit happens.
essentially. But it's like from everyone, all the time,
Yeah, it's
everywhere
way
I
worse
go.
for you guys,
Well, when
Don't let me be successful. Don't let me drop a video that just went viral like 2 days ago. If I go out, I'm not gonna hear the end of it. It's gonna be the same conversation.
Yeah.
People saying the same things, thinking they're all saying something unique. It just gets very frustrating, and you know they don't mean it that way. You're not
saying
mad
it,
at them for doing that. You just can't help that feeling of like, all right, like, okay,
You're
guys.
mad that you're a slave to it, and that you have to like
corporate chill. Like, I'm like, I gotta go through this, and I can't act like me and be like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Guys, let's not do this. And I've gotten more and more real with like fans as they've have come along or whatever. Like, there's a certain time when someone would be like, you don't remember me? I'd be like, of course I remember you. Not remembering them. Now I straight up be like, no. It's a lot easier conversation for me. Because now the expectations are set, I realize.
Yeah.
Once I say, no, I don't remember you, we're not doing this whole back and forth fake thing.
This fake rigmarole.
You know what I mean? And that goes to what you guys are just telling me. Say it. It'll turn out a lot better.
Facts.
If you just say it.
Or they'll just reintroduce themselves.
Yeah.
And then maybe you do have a great conversation
Yeah.
because you really weren't paying attention enough to remember their name the first time. And maybe they could tell you something new.
Oh,
And
no,
you're
I
like,
was
"Oh,
paying
this
attention
is-"
enough. I just meet so many people. I
get that, but sometimes there's some
2012.
people where you don't actually have a real connect, like a real genuine interaction at that moment.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you get introduced to them or whatever. And then that's that. But the second time around, maybe then you're like, oh, I want to actually hear from this person because evidently I met them before and I didn't really remember them. So let me try to do better the next time.
Yeah.
One thing I always say, not recently, as of late, I've been always saying, man, when it's like, yo, don't you remember me? I'll say, dude, you don't understand how much I wish I remembered you. Because I forget all the time.
Yeah, I just say I
Yeah.
smoke a lot of weed, guys.
Right?
I'm sorry.
And-
That's
but like,
my
that was the
Mommy
second
brain.
Mommy brain.
we got a brain for everything.
Yo, I had that happen to me. I had that happen to me at some corporate thing where it's like, I met this lady who was on mat leave. She's like a boss or whatever. And then we meet in person the first time. She's like, hey, she said this person's name. And I was like, this person is also black, around the same height, same build. And then I was like, oh, no, I'm not. And then her face immediately red. And she goes, mommy brain. I was like, nah,
Nah,
that's
racist
brain.
brain.
That was another brain.
Yeah. It was Barney. Oh man. Tyler the Creator is one of the best rap artists of our generation and of all time.
Yes.
He is
Facts.
a creator.
I'll give it to him.
He is a genius. I think he is incredibly underrated. I think that if you were an avid fan of Odd Future all the way through, you knew this from the beginning, and everyone's just getting in on the secret.
I think he's the only gay rapper that people actually love.
Yeah, I think
I think he's
that's
bi.
only because
Well, that's still gay.
yeah, but I think that's only because he's still palatable to straight men. I think that's the only reason why straight men
Why are
are
you
still
looking like that?
indulging. I think if he started dressing like Lil Nas X, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
If,
He's not-
if he
he's-
started, if he started sliding down on a pole to hell, yeah, they'd be like, tired.
You know what I mean? And
But
that
if-
wouldn't be
do
we know
far-fetched
if
for
he's
Tyler
gay
the
for
I
Creator.
feel
sure?
like Tyler would do it in such a comical way
way.
that you'd watch it and be like, oh, this is on from an Adult Swim
Yeah.
friggin'
Yeah.
skit or some shit.
I think he's the most aesthetically pleasing artist. Any genre, you
His
name
visuals,
it. You name the
clean.
genre.
It's
I don't
different.
think there's one that beats him. And especially when you take into account, he's the creative director. He's the
Of Louis
director.
Vuitton.
He's the one that's
Yeah.
making all the decisions.
And it's all about the timing, right? Because he's a kid of like Kanye, Pharrell, all these goats that came before him. So it's like, and he's forever recognizing their greatness too.
And
which
that's
is
the other thing. He pays
amazing.
homage.
Yes.
He freestyles.
Yes.
He does everything
He does.
you want a rapper to do at the highest possible level.
Yeah.
His performance is probably second
Oh
only
my
to
God.
Travis Scott. Like,
Yeah.
this guy is a monster, man. A monster in every sense of the word. And I'm so excited for Chromacopia, man.
Dog.
When I saw when we
Dog.
saw that first video, the man's bringing back Tuesday drops. First of all, come
That's
on, man.
different, man.
You know how
That is-
exciting it is to see a video drop on Monday, song comes out Tuesday?
Dog.
Do you know how sick that is?
And then we get to talk about it.
Then you get to talk about it. I'd love if the standard changed to Tuesdays because we'd have such a
Honestly, I think
buddy.
people might follow suit because there's obviously something going on with streaming. You know,
Bro.
we're seeing the three people.
He's dropping music videos on Twitter.
Dog, it's something's
What's
happening.
happening, bro?
Bundles are back to. I'm seeing the merch. I'm seeing the
Something's
vinyls.
going on, man.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I feel
They're
like these
doing
niggas
that
had
though
a
to
secret
get
meeting.
more streams.
You hear about
When
that
you
secret meeting?
when you buy the bundles,
Yeah,
you
they brought
automatically
that
get
back
like
'cause
the
remember
streams.
took
They
it away
changed the
before,
rules at one
and then
point
they brought
and
it
they
back,
brought it
so-
back. But yeah, no. Do you remember that? I don't know if you guys ever heard of that secret meeting that a lot of rappers had in like '95, and the FBI like found out about it or CIA found out about it and kind of like disbanded them and started
No.
arresting everybody. Yeah, Suge Knight and a bunch of
told this story?
different artists.
probably.
No,
They arrested
I
all of
read
us,
it. I
nigga.
read it somewhere where it was a bunch of different rappers got together. Uncle Luke, a lot of those big like guys who had their own mini labels.
Yeah.
Did he?
Diddy.
Master P.
Diddy's the one that allegedly
Masterminded?
snitched. Him and Jay-Z were the ones that allegedly
Surprise, surprise.
went and snitched.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And that's why it didn't. That's why it fell through. That's the story that I read. I don't know how true it is, but yeah, they were essentially gonna, do their own thing, create their own huge label outside of the big labels, and it would have changed the course of music
Yeah.
essentially. And right now, I don't know what's going on. We're seeing music videos drop on Twitter and Instagram. We're seeing music drop on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. On YouTube
from the
as well.
bigs too. Like,
Yes.
we're not talking about no small fries. These are big streamers.
Like trendsetters, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's different. Some things that people are saying it's the sample didn't get cleared. I don't believe it. There's more than just that.
I mean, part of me thinks it's just unique marketing. It's just things have been done a certain way for so long that like let's just switch things up, and you're kind of seeing like a blog era vibe happening. I've seen someone couldn't find Port Antonio, and it was on a blog link, like back in the day where you just like where you could there's like a little MP3 player and shit.
yeah.
Like I was like, what's happening? It's very interesting. But yeah, no, this video is crazy. Ayo Adebri's in there.
Yeah. Shout out Ayo.
She needs to be in a horror film after that one
Yeah.
clip that I saw. bruh.
His fucking network is nuts, man, and just the way he utilizes them is crazy too. Like,
Yeah, because they've been friends for a minute now.
yes, like I'm still not over Lionel being in The Bear.
See, and that's the other thing. The nigga put all his niggas on.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jasper doing what the fuck he's doing with Jack.
Haji Beats
Married to
impregnated Nelly Furtado multiple times.
Crazy. Taco being
What's
an actor now and also the DJ and doing what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he's global. He's global
Sid
now.
being Sid.
He did so well on Dave.
Dog.
Like
Dog.
you would have thought he'd been acting his whole life.
Dog. That basketball episode.
Crazy. And yeah, Sid's out here doing well. The internet, Steve Lacy, Frank Ocean,
Frank,
obviously.
bro. Yeah.
Frank, we heard on this.
Yeah, you
Very
heard that
briefly.
quick too.
Oh, come on.
And I'm the Frank fan. That's crazy.
Frank, I feel
Sweatshirt.
like
Yeah.
is gonna drop a classic next year.
You think he's dropping next year?
Yeah.
Whenever he drops, it's a classic. Already
Too many
to me.
people have been talking about him lately. Too many people have been talking about him lately and talking about the music that he's been working on.
Yeah.
And he takes a long time to make the music, and there's a reason.
Yeah.
It lasts a long time.
It does. I thought he was gonna drop this year because 7 years since the last one.
He did say he was gonna drop in January of last year, and then or this year, sorry, and then the Coachella thing happened.
And he's like, "Fuck you, niggas."
He just
I'm off this.
he's like, you guys don't appreciate me.
Yeah.
You don't appreciate my artistry.
Yeah. But he wanted a skate rink in the desert, bro.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Like he needs to take accountability. That was bad. He's got a TV show that goes viral every year, Loader Squad.
Oh, bro.
Who,
Turnus
Tyler?
Gale?
Tyler.
Yeah.
He's got one of the
Yeah.
most successful merch lines. He's
He's got
partnered
those
with
new
Louis.
collabs though.
Is
Yeah,
he-
he has
he
Louis
partnered with
Vuitton
Louis.
and Nike.
The-
for
his
the
Louis
Nike
collab is the best one.
golf.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
capsules amazing.
Oh yeah,
His
golf
shit
wine.
looks amazing.
Everything he does and everything he touches just has this aesthetically pleasing California color palette that just like pops.
His
Yeah.
cars.
Nothing is just
Oh
ever
my god.
And the
matte,
kids love
nothing's
him.
flat.
Yeah.
It's always just
Even though he's
pops,
been
you know?
around, the kids really love him.
Yeah.
Northwest did an interview and they were asking like all these questions to her. And they're like, who's your favorite artist? She's like, Tyler the Creator. What's your
Dope.
favorite song? Something, Tyler the Creator. Who's your style icon? Tyler the Creator.
Well,
and it's
even
like,
if you
yo,
look
your
at his-
dad is Yeezy, yo. Your dad is Kanye. And they're saying that Tyler the Creator is the best across the board.
Even
Wow.
just his videos though, like if you're a kid looking at his videos, I mean, who has a better video that you'd want to watch? Like they're so
He's never had a
colorful,
bad
they're
video.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and he's had eras. Like eras that you could literally like that video of him with the different eras of Tyler, I'll never forget. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the most important videos he's ever done.
It was a bonus of the last one. I
The
remember.
EP that he dropped, right?
Igor?
No.
No. It was
was
an
the,
EP of like 5 tracks.
Yeah,
or
it was,
something
it
like
was
that.
like a bonus to the last one, whatever. But yeah, he put out like 5 songs.
Yeah.
And one of the videos was that. Really good.
He's the if Wes Anderson was a rapper, that's Tyler. Just aesthetics. Everything has to look a certain way.
Yeah, it's just
It's so good.
I'm
And
so passionate about all this shit too.
and is unique.
Yeah.
His music doesn't sound like his last song.
No.
Like every song's a snowflake in a way.
Yeah,
Like
it's Kanye-esque, where it's like there's chapters to him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm very interested to see what he does with this.
Yeah.
I don't know what this outfit is for the
This mask
intention. Someone said that there's an old book called Chroma the something. Like
Chromas?
there's a character. Imagine. And essentially there was no color. And this guy was an orchestrator. And every time he would orchestrate certain sounds, color would enter the world. And so the end of the video
Yeah.
of
It's like
this
that Mickey
video,
Mouse.
he presses the button and the RV explodes and everything turns to color. And the music changes.
Yeah.
And so he's definitely creating another character, another era of
He is.
Tyler. I'm not too sure. It looks very dictatorship, the outfit. It's like almost kind of like an army outfit. He dropped another video today
Yeah. that
and
was
hinting at
interesting, too.
it's I don't know if this is gonna be exclusively vinyl.
I hope not.
I feel like it is.
Fuck.
Because he
I'd
said
be a record player now.
it said a vinyl collection of Chromacopia. And he was beside a record player this time.
That's interesting.
Dancing beside it.
I saw that, and then when it hit it, something happened. Okay.
Vinyls are heavily back. I mean, people
Yeah.
like to decorate their walls.
People
They
been
like to
collecting them.
post the album cover while spinning the record with candle
Vinyls have
lit
never
and
left, man.
incense and shit.
Everybody will always like, as long as people grow up, And once they get older and start to see, oh, here are things that I've never experienced when I was younger because it wasn't readily available. Like, there's always going to be a new era of people be like, oh, what is this? Oh, cool vinyls. And it's like,
right now, it's the younger kids. You'd
Yeah,
be
it's the
surprised
younger
because the
kids.
TikTok is just, it makes it so aesthetically pleasing, especially in like Get Ready With Me's. You'll see like a record player just spinning something slowly. Like they make it very aesthetically pleasing where people are like, oh, I want to decorate my wall with vinyls now. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, and they're collecting them.
I think that they allowed the bundle thing because at the end of the day now, because you can get the song so many places, people aren't purchasing. So when you do the bundles, you're giving somebody an added value. So they're really purchasing it for like the vinyls or the t-shirts and the merch. And then it's like you get that song, it counts towards it, but nobody really cares about like the actual song that you bought. You just want
Collector's item.
whatever the package, whatever the item is.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he just went to that.
And it comes with a little shipping container too. I was thinking about copying something. I might.
I think you will.
Yeah, obviously. I'm talking shit. I'm gonna buy a record player and a vinyl
type guy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came from a concert last night. I got merch.
Who?
Odile, Nigerian R&B artist. Hard. Yeah.
Oh wait, we play him in the morning. Odile
Probably.
Soso.
Yeah.
Os-
He has, yeah.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah.
Not so, but he has. Yeah. That's
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a TikTok dance thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tough.
I recognize that. Young Thug wants peace.
you think he just wants like
them chickens? They come home to roost, don't they? Them chickens be coming home to roost, don't they?
Well, Young Thug
Drake,
never did anything.
Future, Metro Boomin, we all brothers. Music ain't the same without us collabing.
slime?
If Thug was out, this would never have happened.
I wonder who tweeted it. Maybe
Yeah,
it was
Let's
Mariah.
call a spade a spade.
It's a fact.
If Thug was out of jail, Metro Boomin would not jump off
we
the
can't be doing
porch.
that, Metro. We can't be doing that.
Even
That's what he would've said.
if he's like, even if they don't like him, he'd be like, "You fucking up the bag, little nigga."
Yeah.
Like, because he recognizes what we all recognize.
Drake equals dollars.
Drake equals dollars, and Drake has put himself into a position where if he doesn't have a hit out, music seems boring. People are talking about music falling off, and it's only since Drake has not had a hit out for the summer.
And here's
That's
the
funny.
coincidence.
the scariest part is all his friends around him are saying he's the happiest he's ever been.
Oh, he's free.
So just
He's like
knowing,
J.
that
Cole's free.
knowing that he's free of having to outdo himself.
But also, what else can anyone say about him? You know what I mean? It's like
They
the
said all
white
the
rabbit.
things.
It's like that Eminem thing.
I was gonna say
everything's been
Eminem.
said. Yeah, you guys called me a pedophile. I'm still here.
Yeah.
What now? Because he is still the highest,
pedophile.
the
Oh, yeah,
highest
highest.
Streaming artist of 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Even
they're saying
purchased
the
units.
songs aren't
Units
hitting.
sold.
Yeah.
I think he had like the most 5 million. He made 5 million off of the units sold.
And the songs aren't hitting.
Niggas don't be making that.
Yo, shit's hilarious.
Yeah. He's
But
happy now.
Future
not doing anything, but
retweeted this.
I think he's coming back. Obviously.
Ooh,
Drake.
come on, man. Give it time.
Yeah.
So wait, Future
things will happen.
retweeted it.
Yes,
Future
he did.
retweeted it.
So does that mean
I
Future
remember.
only did this for Metro Boomin?
I mean,
That's crazy.
he went the lightest on Drake, and Drake went the lightest on him.
Yeah.
Out of everybody,
Because Drake even
that's
said
on
we
these.
don't have an issue. Like we never really beefed before.
Drake.
Like, what problems could we have?
Drake was the
Over, girl.
most streamed rapper of September on Spotify with 1.11 billion streams. He maintained his record of being the most streamed rapper every month this year.
Hilarious. But you guys hate it.
Every month?
This year.
Even
That's
the
what I just
not
Googled.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Damn.
My boy in LA, lives in LA, and he came down this weekend, and he was like, "Bro, the things you don't hear is how much all of us hate that song." But they make it seem like
They
we
have
love
to.
it.
They have to. They have to put on the front. And this is the other thing too. It's like, you know why I know Drake's not going nowhere and why like he'll have a resurgence is because the majority of the entertainers that we fuck with Drake.
Yeah.
They don't know Kendrick. Kendrick don't be out.
September.
Kendrick don't be
Yeah.
out networking
Yeah.
or doing any of that shit. They all know Drake.
Bad Bunny
Every
ain't doing
entertainer
no
will be like,
song
yo,
with
Drake's the
Kendrick.
nicest guy.
Yeah. And even
Drake's
a
the
point
nicest
that
guy.
academics has been making in terms of like Kendrick putting people on, right? Like all those guys that were on stage at the event, the pop out, they release albums and
Flop,
Aluminum.
flop.
Flop after flop after flop. So
Copper.
yeah.
Drake was number 1. Travis Scott was number 2 with 1 billion. This is for September. 3, Future with 905 million. Is this supposed to be Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye with the ski mask.
Yeah, 788 million. Eminem 737 million.
Weird.
Yeah, that song.
Eminem.
Eminem just dropped an album.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
I'm shocked he's that low, to be honest.
Really?
His people don't play.
Well,
He's the highest YouTube viewed rapper, or I think maybe artist.
Jesus.
Kendrick was 6 with 709 million. And
Houdini
then
just beat Not Like Us this
Metro?
last month. Or this
Metro?
month, sorry.
For streams?
Yeah.
Houdini. Oh,
Not Toronto Houdini.
Yeah.
His song Houdini.
Yeah.
Eminem.
weird.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I seen the little girls at the Argos game. That's what they did their dance to Houdini.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Metro 580 million. 21 Savage 503 million. That's your
Cardi.
person.
She's looking at it, mad
455
Who's it?
million.
Playboy Cardi.
Oh.
And then X 446 million. That nigga is
Fantastic.
well,
X and Juice WRLD be
well
screaming, bro.
under the grave. It's 6 feet plus.
Him and
down.
Juice
would still
WRLD, him
be-
and Juice
just
WRLD
imagine
are
they were
some of the
alive.
biggest streamers in the world.
Jesus.
They have some of the biggest streams in the world.
I feel if they were alive, Drake would be way more less relevant now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
if X was
especially
still
X?
alive,
Especially X.
if
Oh,
X
no,
was
no,
still
it'd be
alive, it'd be a
different,
problem
bro. Yeah.
still. And I don't think
No,
it'd be.
because I don't think X has like the mainstream.
What?
I don't think he has the mainstream.
No, he was there.
He was
telling you.
at the time when he was when he
I don't
died.
think
Sorry,
so.
he was
In terms of what
he was hurting
Drake
Drake's.
has?
No, it was not. Sorry,
I know numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers, yes, sure, he could have taken it. But in terms of like mainstream likability and image and all that
That's
stuff,
what-
It's
that's
hard
the
to
problem.
collab with him. That's why.
he would have. Drake would have still been
No,
there.
but that's the problem. Is he was punching a hole in Drake's armor. So he was in jail, and Drake did a song with Giggs. What was it called again? The Batman. Da-na-na-da-na.
Wow.
I can't remember what that song's called, but
Yeah.
That sounded
song
like
was-
not like a.
the song was humongous.
Yeah.
But it was a clear
Oh, rip off of the the
I
X
don't want to
Kid.
say rip off, but imitation of look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me
That
by
was on
X.
that- Yeah.
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 Yeah. I got my dick on my best. That song was hard. I don't give a fuck.
Crazy.
The song was so hard.
Crazy.
And at that, so when he came out of jail, the first thing he did, I think it was like the first day out of jail, he went on a radio show and said, "Fuck Drake." And his fans are different because they're very emotional
Yeah.
and they're emotionally invested
They're
into
emo
him.
kids.
They're emo kids they're suicide bombers. Like they'll
Yeah.
fucking crash out for this nigga. So the second he said
That's
that,
fine.
that's when you started seeing the tides change for Drake a little bit, to the point where when he got to the Camp Flogna and he got booed when Frank Ocean came out, that was a direct like the
Correlation,
linking
yeah.
because X went on like a campaign. He would go on Instagram lives and say fuck Drake. He would say Drake's if I disappear one day, no, it was Drake. Which is why everybody's like, oh, Drake killed X, blah,
Yeah, and
blah.
the bar too that Drake had.
Yeah.
If he kept his mouth shut on live, he'd be alive again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Well-
Yeah.
so like he was definitely punching a hole in the armor. And that's only because of youth, because of how long he's been at the top, his age. He's becoming anti-culture because the kids always need a new person. And right now there's no new person.
But I understand that for kids and for new whatever. But overall, when you look at it, like the brands love him. The real Hollywood celebrities love him.
Yeah.
Like Drake, I'm
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
And I don't think that anyone can take that away.
You
so if
can't.
somebody eventually takes over his music numbers, whatever, at the end of the day, this is Drake because across the board, he is so adaptable and so likable. So even if all these kids don't like him, it don't even matter.
don't matter,
because
yeah.
it's not gonna fuck up his bag in the
Fact.
long run.
Look at those videos where they'll have a team will come out from practice or going into the locker room and it'd be like Kendrick or Drake, and I'm like, come on, bro, Drake. Whole team Drake. The France team just did it.
Yeah.
All of them. Come on, bro, Drake.
Yeah.
Toronto artists are charmers. There's
Well,
not one
the
Toronto artist
Canadian
that I
thing.
know. It's a Canadian thing, but it's also like cultural thing. Like we're so much more cultured
Well,
in
yeah,
terms
it's a
of like
Canadian thing because that's not something that the States does.
They don't. Yeah,
they don't have the culture
Smiley
the
is
way
the
that
perfect
we do.
example of a charming motherfucker. That you're just like, how did you make it? It's because he's charming.
Charming, man.
He's
a lot
so
of them.
charming and lovable.
Tory Lanez charmed his way into
Megan Thee
working with
Stallion's
artists.
pissed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jessie Reyes charmed her way through working with art. Like you name it, Toronto artists just know how to move outside of work.
Yeah.
And Drake has gotten nothing but compliments from the industry since the moment he got in there. And especially the white audience. The white side of Hollywood
love
adores
him.
Drake.
Of course.
For sure.
They think he's the
he was being
nicest
booked
guy.
for bar mitzvahs. Like,
That's just it.
I mean,
That's a little different. But no, like he's generally a good networker. And so I don't see if the entertainers are pushing Drake or listening to Drake, then I don't think he could ever really lose that power, I guess. But from I will say from an audience perspective and from an online perspective, if you're chronically online, you'd think Drake's done.
Yeah.
You would think Drake's
but
finished.
people who are chronically online, like in this certain pocket, they think a lot of things that are absolutely wrong.
It's
right?
insane.
They're the same ones that think that Angel Reese is doing too much. They're the same things that, like, do you know what I mean? It's just they think that Kamala Harris is doing too much. It's just
A man
where
that works for Billboard.
They
You
always
could-
have these takes where it's like, this isn't real life, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you could really judge a person by their algorithm. So like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why you think I asked these niggas for the Explore page?
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on. Who
Yeah.
do we have on here? Because, online, like, there's this guy who works for Billboard. I won't say his name. He got into my mentions after I was saying, listen, all this, because a lot of people who are still Drake fans are constantly fighting with these Kendrick lovers on the timeline. And I'm like, why are you trying to convince them? Like, a lot of times, a lot of this is posturing and trying to stare a narrative. The same people who are musical pundits, who are on panels and work at very professional places that in terms of music, and know that you should take time to digest music and preach digesting music. Are the same one with knee-jerk reactions every time Drake drops a song. They're the first ones to be like, nope, not it.
Yeah, that era's done. The
You
era
never
of,
listen to a song for more than an hour, but it's not it.
Yeah. This is it's
Got it.
nasty.
Cool.
It's
Got
nasty.
it.
It's nasty.
And it's not even like objectively this is a bad song. The song has the ability to grow on you. You just won't let it.
No.
yeah,
Gotta be first.
But
Yeah,
not
it's
even
like-
I gotta be first. I gotta tell everyone that he's falling off. I cannot enjoy this and be a Kendrick fan because then Kendrick fans are gonna get at me online
You're a
and
grown
they're all
man.
gonna, even if
A grown man
they
picking
can
sides?
all think it's sick, no, all of them are collectively in this secret where they're not gonna admit it. Even if it's good. So the first
that's where it
Drake
gets
single that
nasty.
objectively goes, you're still gonna see for weeks.
Circadian rhythm.
And when it becomes undeniable, after a while they're gonna be like, all right, so that one song is kind of,
Like
that
all
one
these
is
people,
like still trending on.
That's what I'm saying.
social
All these
media.
people that are
When-
critical of Drake, I'm telling you right now, they have that song on their phone.
Yeah.
when
And if they're in
Drake
public, they
comes,
skip it.
I'm telling you, when I guarantee it, when Drake starts to bubble again, and everyone's gonna suddenly start to have amnesia.
Sorry, bubble.
Oh,
again.
okay. Well, when his career starts to bubble again, and he's back on top,
Yo, write it down. Write it down.
people are gonna have amnesia and forget that they hated him, and they're gonna be like, "You know what? Let's go back to the song."
I don't know if they're gonna have amnesia. I think they're gonna justify why they're liking him now.
But they're also gonna downplay their hate.
What they're
though.
gonna do is they're gonna
Like, I
go
didn't, like,
back
really
in
hate him,
time.
though.
They're gonna listen to the songs that they were like skipping because of where we were at now, and be like,
Yeah.
"Actually, that song was hard. I just
he was-
wasn't
he was kinda
allowed to
cool
like
and
him."
stuff.
They're gonna
You know,
gaslight us for
yeah.
sure.
I
They're
just
definitely
wasn't
gonna
allowed to
gaslight-
like
I
him
didn't
at
want him
the
to
time.
die.
And then they'll be
I
like,
didn't want him to
they'll be
die.
like, is it really that serious?
Just a kid. I didn't want his
Is it
career
really that
end.
serious? Like, relax.
It's like,
oh, I
what?
hate that.
You got what?
You are on Twitter every day tweeting this.
Bro, I just stopped.
Yeah, no.
You notice I don't even indulge anymore?
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't.
don't even indulge anymore.
They're still tweeting at you? Nah, stop.
Dog, I can't mention anything to Drake in a positive light. I'm on his dick 24/7 apparently. I'm like, I haven't tweeted about this nigga in weeks intentionally.
hilarious,
So I
bro.
know you guys are full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've intentionally stay away from Drake topics now. I see somebody say something that's like crazy misinformation. I'm just like, All right, hey, I don't care anymore. I really don't care because when
You
I
can't
was,
fight all the battles.
I can't fight all the battles, and when I was fighting the battle, it wasn't for Drake. I'll reiterate this a million times. You niggas are talking to me indirectly and don't realize it. And you're talking about Canada and just us
You were
as a
Mr.
country.
Canada.
No,
You were Mr.
I
Canada
was
on Twitter.
yeah. I definitely made it coastal. I definitely made it a coastal war. But yeah, interesting stuff. That's it. That's all we got.
We did it, guys.
That's
We did
that.
it.
Another week.
Another classic.
There it is.
What you got going on this weekend, Marlon?
This weekend I have 2 days of basketball that I'm hosting alongside Trezor.
I thought you were gonna play.
No. Those days are over. Those
Gonna
days
come
are
back
over, brother.
broken.
I might come back, but it'll be months from now. But yeah, I'm gonna be hosting over at Orangeville Prep and I believe Pan Am Center this Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Saturday night, I have a show with Bougie Bougie, part of the Comedy Licious Festival.
Delicious.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's
Everybody
the
trying-
Real Negroes of Comedy, I believe the show is called.
Oh, wow.
All black comedy, obviously.
Okay. I hope so.
That's Saturday night.
They asked me to be on it.
What'd you say?
He's the diversity hire usually.
He's like, yo, let me see. So no
Sunday
blackface?
night is the Roast of Toronto at Danforth. The Dawn of the Danforth. Roast of Toronto. There will be a number of Toronto influencers in the building. Chromas, Plush, aka the
Yo, you're sick to my stomach, fam.
Sagittarius Shoddy.
Sagittarius Shoddy,
She's
a
still
bunch
around?
of the Toronto.
Plush girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you call
CJ?
them? The Toronto.
The
Viral people.
Toronto
Yeah.
viral.
Viruses. Toronto viruses will be in the building and they will be getting roasted by none other than Big Norm.
Oh yeah. Oh, myself, Denisha War.
Me if I can make it.
Marlon, if you can make it.
What time is this at?
It's at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
On
Doors
Saturday?
open at 7.
So originally it was just we're all gonna roast just Toronto, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna bring in these Toronto guests, you know, and then maybe we should go in on them. And I'm like, oh, even better.
So are they gonna get a time to clap back as well? Or
no,
is it just-
no, that's not how this works.
Good.
Because even if they
So
try
what do
to
they do?
clap
They
back,
just sit on the stage and get clowned?
well, here's the thing. So they were asking, like, do we put them on the stage? I'm like, no, just let them
Leave them
sit
stay
in
in
the
the
crowd.
audience, yeah.
Let them stay in the crowd. I
Less
don't want to
power.
even give them the option,
The
the chance
least
to
power that
walk
they
up to
can
the
get,
mic.
yeah, the least
Yeah.
power that they can get, the better.
Chromas will yell.
We have
Are you
we're gonna have
dumb,
cameras like going to
nigga?
them.
Nigga, are you fucking dumb, nigga?
A fight's gonna
I'll
start.
fuck your shit up, nigga.
All right. I can't wait. I'm like, all right.
You gotta have an
Interesting.
N-word joke, at least one.
What? I'm gonna be like, all right, Chroma, say it. Black people, you watching? Say it, Chroma.
Got my
Do
dogs from
it,
Scarborough
do it,
here.
Do it.
Just remember, the guys can't beat you up, but the girls can.
Imagine.
By the way, congrats guys on doing the Keenan.
Yeah. Keenan presents. Shout out to
Thank you, Sherry.
Sherry Charles Buchanan. She was the person that I guess spearheaded the event alongside her husband and like her team. It was dope, man. 190 comedians. It was 4 days
nights?
of comedy, 4 nights of comedy, 2 shows each night. And it came down to then there's the finals on the Saturday where they brought back the top 20 comedians. And then they chose the winner, who was Allie Pierce. Shout out to Allie
Congratulations,
Pierce.
Allie Pierce.
I believe she's a writer on Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Letterkenny. She's
saw her.
done roast battles. She's done a million things in the industry.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's a consummate professional. And then none other than Big Norm was a part of the top 3 going to the Danforth to open for touring acts.
Well, AK, they're like, and earlier they're just like, oh, let's see who won here. Oh, some Filipino guy with some sex jokes.
Yeah,
and I was like, they didn't even
the
know
first
my
round,
fucking name.
They
man.
didn't know his name, so people just wrote the Filipino guy who made sex noises, and I was like,
Hilarious.
automatically like, I'm like, that's Norm. I texted him. I'm like, yo, you got
Filipino
picked.
sex guy.
He's like, I was like, you got picked. Did they email you? He's like, yeah, I got the email. But yeah, that was dope. So you would, who else?
Myself, Jesse Singh,
Shout out
and
to Jesse.
Sam Burns.
Yeah, Sam's hilarious.
Funny ass
I
white
love
boy.
Sam, man.
Man.
So what does that mean for you? So when people come and tour and they do shows at the comedy bar, then you'll be able to perform with them?
Open
So
for
yeah,
them,
I get to
yeah.
open up for any of the big main acts that they bring into the city.
Yeah.
Which, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, what to do? I'm
Multiple
like,
times or once?
hopefully multiple times. I would
Hopefully,
say.
yeah.
No, well, also because like we really did stand out amongst all like those comics. So like if they were to hire anybody, it would be like the best ones.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
open
Yeah.
up, right? But also I find like there's so many people that were against it because they're like, oh, this is a big cash grab. How's only one comic getting paid? You know, there's Full House. People should get some money for, you know,
People were
comics.
crying about it. I'm like,
like,
it's
yo,
another
man.
opportunity to be on stage, bro. Do
Yeah.
you love comedy or not?
Right. People will do the shittiest show, get paid nothing.
$10, and they're
But
complaining
this is a
about a.
competition, though. So
It's just what I'm saying.
There's people call
was-
it bringer shows. So
Yeah.
comedians have shows that are competitions sometimes, but a lot of times those competitions are dependent on the audience. The audience usually is whoever the comedians bring, obviously. If a
And they have
comedian
all
brings
these-
more people than other comedians,
and they
they
vote
usually
for them.
win.
Yeah.
You know what I
and they
mean?
always like entice the newer comics to do it. And the newer comics in their, I guess,
Rookie mentality.
rookie mentality, like, oh, I gotta bring my family.
Yeah.
And then they're new to it, so the family's like new to supporting
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like when you're 10 years in, everyone's like, yo, we've been to 10 of your shows, though. We're not coming out no more.
So
you know?
they call them bringer shows.
So they
Yeah, but
So
I don't-
essentially, they're not doing the work, which
based
is
off of like who won, the Alley Girl, looks like her resume is actually stacked and that
Yeah.
she actually does
Yeah.
great things.
Absolutely.
So,
The people that were in the top 20 were actually good comics.
yeah.
yeah.
They did a good job in terms of picking. There was a couple people where I'm
Yeah.
like, but
And but listen, the 20 top 20, amazing. The other 170, I don't know what to say. But thank you to the 170 for bringing people out.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of people who should
Because then more people who
reevaluate
don't know you
what they're doing.
They
got to learn you. Hopefully they learned your name after the second time. They weren't considering you the Filipino sex guy.
yeah, I mean,
Unless
But
you put that,
also-
you know what? You should put that in your. You should put that
Bio?
in your bio or in your thing, so that if they are like, "How am I supposed to find this person?"
Filipino sex guy.
Filipino
That's
sex
crazy.
guy.
funny thing is, somebody hit me up and was like, yo, dude, I'm going to be dressing up as Kenan Thompson for.
You're gonna be Kel.
He's like, I'm going to dress up as Kenan Thompson for Halloween, and I'm going to have a sign that says, looking for Filipino sex guy. And I was like, nice.
Yeah, some
I made
people
it.
wore costumes to the competition. And I was just like,
What?
Why?
Why?
It's not even Halloween
That's what
yet.
I'm
Why
saying.
would you do that? A
Why
lot of
would you-
people
Was it for a
thought
character?
it was funny. A lot of people thought theatrics is a way to go, but in comedy, it's you just gotta say funny shit.
when you're trying to stand out, it's like just be funny, bro.
Yeah.
For me, I the only thing I did other than that to try and like stay in like her purview or like at least on her mind, I just kept carrying that basketball everywhere. I carried the basketball everywhere, and the audience, some of the people wrote down the guy with the basketball. So I'm like, I gotta make some way to stand
Have
out,
something to stand out.
stand out with, because like there's a lot of comedians. We're only getting 3 minutes. There's nobody saying your name. It's shotgun. So it's like usually you have a host. Up next we got blah blah blah.
So why
Make some
wouldn't-
noise for them.
But why wouldn't you say your own name?
You say your own
At the
name,
end
but
of the-
like it's still not
I
the
would've
same
said
as
it-
somebody going Marlon Palmer. Like
Yeah.
me going up there, hey guys, I'm Marlon Palmer.
Yeah,
announce
you
your
know
name
what
like
I
that.
It's
did?
like
Marlon.
and you're seeing people are
You need
seeing
to do it in
25
threes.
comedians.
You need to do it 3 times.
But if I'm
Because
third,
you do it. No, say your name 3 times.
What's my name?
Because that's how long it takes for people to remember something.
comedy,
So
I
you
don't
say
have
it.
the ability to do that. I'm sorry.
Figure it out.
No.
Yeah, figure it out. Do you want people to know your name or not?
Not like that. That I won't be in that
You would figure
situation
it out.
again. I won't be in that situation again.
Yeah, in that situation with the 3 minutes,
You
we
got
have,
3
it's
minutes
Like we're
to
trying
talk.
to bang out
Like, we're trying to
like
bang
But
out
even
our
still,
best
even if there
jokes.
was a host, you're like, by the time you start going, sometimes people forget, or they don't even pay attention. They don't even hear the a host, or they could like be moving somewhere else, and then they come back and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, who's this person?
Sure.
So I don't know.
I'm not
would do
saying
it,
my name 3
so.
times on a set. I'm just not doing it. Every word counts when you're doing comedy.
Yeah.
Every pause, comma, breath, everything counts. And when you got 3 minutes to execute your best material, and you got 25, I was third. So it's like, for them to remember me 22 other comedians later, tough. And they're all drinking. Some of them are high. It's really tough.
Bro,
But it was fun.
I went last, but I was also like, I know going last is a strategic thing because I'm the last person they're going to remember.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right? And for the people, what's crazy is Allie went first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then she went last
She
on the
kicked it
other
off.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not entirely, this one wasn't entirely dependent on the voters. It's the voters get a say, sure, but
was from
ultimately
before.
the team is, they have like, she has secret people that are sitting in the audience that are taking notes. She's in the
What?
back
You're allowed to
taking
do
notes.
that?
What do you mean? Are they allowed to? It's her show.
Oh, there's a competition we were talking about.
Yeah,
No,
she-
the
I'm
people
talking about
taking
her
notes,
team.
her
Her
team
team
was taking
to
notes.
judge
Oh, okay, okay,
people.
okay, okay.
Yeah, they're
Not the
sitting in
Alley
the
person,
audience
the person
taking
that
notes.
created the show.
I was talking about Allie.
But also, comedians were timing other comedians and going with an email with a list. These people went over their times. This was their times, and trying to get them
Snitches,
disqualified.
bro.
I'm dead ass.
Wow.
There was one
I
dude that
watched some
killed.
nasty begging.
This dude killed, and he thought he was gonna do well, or he was gonna make it through. But someone was like, "Nope, he went 45 seconds over."
And he didn't
I think
make
it. Was
it.
Cliff, right?
Yeah, and she brought it up in the video. She's like,
I heard her
Cliff,
say that,
you
yeah.
were so funny, but unfortunately you went over your time, and we just had to disqualify you because of that. But you
Because
would
your
have made
colleagues said and
Yeah.
were complaining, and it's like, oh, it's nice way
Nasty.
It's nasty,
She-
but I get it though, right? Because if you guys are doing
Was
all
there
the
not
work
somebody
to be within
who
3
was
minutes,
timing it though?
Yeah,
But you're not
yeah.
winning any
So then
money.
They don't. They
You're not
they
winning
like
any
you,
money.
and if
You're
you go
going to
past the
SNL to
light-
watch. You're not joining the cast, brother. This is not that serious to sabotage other people who went
Yeah.
over 20 seconds.
yeah,
It's not that serious.
I mean, it can be serious because being in the room, you don't know who you're ever going to meet or what opportunity that may come from it.
My
So
thing is,
being
I don't want to
there-
win that way.
Being there would be,
If
No,
I'm
but
funnier,
snitching on
I'm
a
funnier.
motherfucker
I don't
is
want to
ridiculous.
snitch to get somebody out and I get the spot. Then I don't know if I'm funnier.
Yeah.
It's whack. That's like dirty macking another nigga for the same thing.
Yeah.
Like what? Nah, I want to be the better man. Like it's just that simple. So that was just nasty work. I seen comedians begging that did go over their time that were begging her to like reconsider.
Yeah. What did you say? Somebody was like
Somebody
was about
showed
to
her
get
a
off?
video. Somebody showed her a video of somebody, I guess, in the audience that like was recording him. And he's like, see, it was only 17 seconds. It was only but he was already on stage when the video started. So it's like, what can she do? Yeah. And she's already told him in front of 20 other comedians, you went over your time, you're disqualified. She can't repeal that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just, a lot of nasty behavior.
That's sad. Yeah, just take the L, bro.
Just take
It's over.
Just take the L and like just get better. Just get funnier, get more memorable. Like if your
Be
jokes were good
undeniable,
enough,
man. That's it.
like he said, Allie was first on her show
Yeah, it's
and won the competition.
wild.
So it's like you either have it or you don't, man.
What do you guys got going on?
Workshop tomorrow. Well, today, if you're listening, but I think it's kind of late to sign up. But it's a podcast workshop that I'm doing with Street Voices. So yeah, if you are interested in doing that, sign up. The link is going to be in their bio or in my story.
Me and Duke did a leftovers episode. Leftovers are just the topics we have left over. It's gonna be dropping every Monday, about half an hour to an hour every episode.
Yeah.
This week we talked about Gucci third leg and his herpes outbreak. We talked about Jared
church.
Carmichael and religion and how much the church has like an effect on, parental children relationships.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Catholic Church, also just settled a
$1.7
billion lawsuit for all the victims
for
that they
Los Angeles or Cali.
LA Archdiocese.
LA Archdiocese.
Yeah. Good one.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, no, every Monday, gonna try and drop that for the people who got Monday work. I know you don't want to be
such a week
be
off
present
like
at
that.
work at Monday morning. So
Yeah.
start your week off with some leftovers, man. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another week, another Blood Clot Classic. I'm Marlon,
I'm Norm.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Duke.
and that was the Extra Gravy.
Skirt, skirt.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah.